What's good? 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 All righty. All righty. Let's talk this boxing, man. What's good? Let me go on up to the top here, man. We got some people in the building. What's going on, man? Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday. My man King Judah in the building. What's going on? Dwayne Jones in the building. What's happening, man? What's going on with Chillville? What's going on, Noop? My man Gilbert Jimenez in the building. Big Shrek. Cardana Ada News. He only went to help Devin Haney with sparring. He isn't a snack fighter. Then why is he wearing a snack shirt? Why is he wearing a snack shirt, punching a snack bag with a snack mask on? Man. Anyway, Big Shrek, what's going on, man? Judah in the building. What's going on, man? DH in the building. What's happening, man? Let's go back. Y'all into this, man. Ray Patterson in the house. What's going on? Let me go and say everybody else. We got DH and Chillville going at it. It's a bloody massacre in this comment section. Damn. My man. Jeffrey Campbell in the building. Jim Jean-Pierre. Let me give my man Jim Jean-Pierre that gong, man. What's going on, Jim Jean-Pierre? Big time supporter of the channel. Thank you, brother. My man, Big Toe, Little Foot. What's going on? What's going on, man? Let's slide all the way to the end, man. Let's go all the way in. Stop calling that dude a steroid abuser, all right? That's not fair. Don't do that, man. He a snack fighter now. Yeah, dog, he snack. Come on, man. He's definitely snack now. But look, man, just because you snack don't mean that you on the juice now. You know what I'm saying? Just because you on the snack don't mean you on the juice, dog. He may be getting a paycheck, man. He may just be getting a paycheck, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Greg Hogan, get the fuck out of here. Where does that shit come from, man? The Greg, what is that, dude? Do you know who's fighting September 17th? Hey, guess who's fighting September 17th? You know who's fighting September 17th? Think about it. Who is fighting September 17th? Who do you already know is okay. Who do you know is fighting September 17th? Who do you know for sure? I got you. Okay. So look, man, I ain't gonna say he's wrong. However, I'm gonna tell you this. Who do you know is going to fight on September 17th? For sure. Thank you. Canelo is fighting on September 17th, dog. Man, let me tell you something. If they put that fight on September 17th, they are idiots. There ain't no, that's Canelo's date, man. Canelo's fighting on September 17th, man. They may target that and hope that they're gonna do it, but man, that would be stupid. Well, hey man, that would be stupid. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't tell you if it's true. If he said it, hey man, it may very well be some truth to it. I will tell you this though. If he fights on September 17th, they are dumb. Because they will be going head-to-head with Canelo Alvarez, and that is not smart, bro. That's Canelo. That's Mexican Independence Day, man. That's Mexican Independence Day. Let me tell you, Valance, Canelo won't blow out. It doesn't matter. They'll take a whole lot of the shit. They'll take a whole lot of the views. They'll take a whole lot of views. Why would they go on September 17th? Dude, seriously. That shit. If they take that fight's happening in October. Okay? That fight is going to happen in October. If they take that fight, watch this. What did he fight on? In April 16th, right? So May, June, July, August, September. First of all, that's 5 months. That's 5 months. You're going to have 6 months in between fights. 6 months. So I'm telling you that fight, October is the earliest that fight's going to happen, man. November time frame, because that's the date. Those are the time frames that PBC are taking. That's not going to compete with them on the same day. Why would you do that, dog? Let me tell you something, dog. They're not going to have that fight on September 17th, man. I'm telling you. I mean, I understand. Look, dude, no way. I'll bet you money. Somebody want some money? If Canelo Alvarez is not injured, you know damn well they not even going to do that. You know dang well they're not dumb, man. They ain't going to business being stupid, man. That's like throwing a fight on the fucking Super Bowl. I guess they could fight on the Super Bowl. They could fight Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I mean? Do you think they're going to fight Super Bowl Sunday? Any boxing matches on Super Bowl Sunday? No, dude. Canelo's a big fucking name, bro. Okay, and we're not even talking. We're talking about the gate to the fight. Where are they gonna have a fight? Canelo's gonna be in Vegas. If Canelo's in Vegas, what are they gonna do? What if Canelo is in Dallas? Canelo's in Vegas or Canelo Alvarez is in Dallas. Canelo outsells Errol Spence in Dallas. He'll outsell Canelo. Canelo will outsell Errol in Dallas. He'll outsell him in Vegas. If he's in Vegas the same day they're in Dallas, whole lot of people are not going to fly into Dallas. They're going to fly into Vegas. That is a risky move, bro, to say the least. Kamal Oz said, take a moment to appreciate Errol and Ugas' accomplishments in life. Ugas tried to defeat six times and rebuild his career. A real-life Rocky. Errol Spence Jr., otherworldly. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Much love in that super chat, bro. Let me tell you something. Errol is not training for a fight yet, man. They're all working out, bro. He's got a date in May. June, July, August, September. He's going to fight in September, and he more than likely is going to fight again in December. That fight's going to be, if they make that fight is going to be in October, or that fight's going to be in November, because those are the dates that the PBC has for those arenas for the arenas that they're in. They're not going to get off their dates their usual production dates. The PBC has big fights that take place in October. They have big fights that take place in December. They have big fights that take place in the April time frame. I'm just telling you, man. Okay. Good morning, Fanon. The chat, September 16th is what I count as my birthday. It's always a big fight birthday, my weekend, and Spence Crawford is what I want. Don't count on it on that day, bro. If they do that, I'd be absolutely shocked. Man, my shit just froze up. JR, don't come back, bro. Don't come back, bro. Please don't. What the fuck is that shit, man? See you later, dude. Like, thanks, man. Come on, come support the Boxing Boys. Yeah, go support the Boxing Boys, man. They're good dudes. Hey, man, Paul Carrick in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. He said, support for my Bison brother. Thank you, man. Hey, my man Solomon, he said, Canelo and GGG's in September. It's already on that date, man. Why would they compete for the same date, bro? That just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, yeah, He Grits with Fire said the PBC is quietly put together a nice welterweight division with a lot of potential fights. No doubt about it. Oh, you already took care of it? Yeah, man, come on, man. What is that garbage? They don't need commercials, man. You know what I mean? Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button up, man. Boxing Voice don't need commercials on my live stream. Does anybody ever do that? I wonder if anybody ever does that for me, man. Go to other people's chat and say, support for Fanon. Only time I've ever seen that is people be going to other chats to start smack about me. Alexander Wright said, hey, Fanon, wasn't Victor Conte the guy involved in steroids? Yeah, he is, but you can't put that on Bud, man. Come on, man. Don't put that on Bud. You know what I'm saying? Bud is not, Bud is, I have a suspicion that Bud is there. Oh, Caesar IG said, I do Fanon. Hey, that's what's up, man. Thank you, brother. Ernie V said, top of the AM. Top of the AM to you, my man. Top of the AM to you, man. Boxing Social Network said, I'll do that from now on, Fanon. Hey, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you just coming, man. I appreciate you coming over, man. You know, I'm not asking anybody to do commercials and stuff. Cats get hot, man, when I don't let them do commercials, though. I will tell you that, man. Said Bud is going to juice for the Spence fight. Bud getting on that juice. He better. Hey, you can say a lot of things. Bud ain't stupid. He better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude, let me tell you, that snack shit is a gimmick. I'm gonna tell you right now, that snack is a gimmick. Okay? That snack is a gimmick, dog. Oh, he said, hey, Cookie Monster said, hey, the Boxing Voice is cool, but they hardly never respond to the chat like you do, bro. Yeah, they good guys, man. I like the Boxing Voice, man. Boxing Voice good dude. They don't ever start no smack with anybody. Their ego ain't through the roof. I like the Boxing Voice, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's why I don't want to talk. I'm not talking bad about them. I've never met Ness, but I think he's a solid dude, man. He's not over the top arrogant. You know, he's very accurate. You know, I like him. He gets a lot of really good. I think they're like, you know, the one thing I will say though, I think they got bought or something. They look like they got bought. Andre Williams said, Fanon, am I blocked? No, you're not, dude. Nah, Fanon, that shit works. I used it for 3 years. I couldn't have lost all that weight without it. No, let me get this right, bro. For a boxer, that shit's a gimmick, man. Them dudes supposed to be, them dudes, that's just a gimmick, bro. If it ain't a gimmick, let me tell you, man, them dudes it ain't helping nobody. They need to get some good old-fashioned juice. You know what I'm saying? Get a good old-fashioned nutritionist. But Bud is lighting the behind, man. You know what I mean? Yo, funded, yeah, or purchased, one of the two, because they got in that network with Fight Hype. I'm waiting for Fight Hype to come say what's up to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Fight Hype, whoever owns Fight Hype, come by me. Come by me. I get in there, man. I need a new vet. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is PBS. Much love to the Super Chats and the Cash Apps. I'm telling you, because right now we supported by you all right here. We the channel of the people. You know what I mean? Conte's going to help Bud beat VADA testing. Man, why you doing Bud like that, man? Come on, man. Don't be a Bud hater, all right? Don't be a Bud hater. Bud is not, just because he's getting with a notorious steroid abuser, a steroid salesman, ahead of his fight, where he needs to get stronger to keep this monster up off of him. And by the way, a guy that has accused Errol Spence Jr. of steroids, so you know he's in Errol Spence Jr. So you know he's in Crawford's head with that. Oh yeah, that man's juicing. Oh man, I got to do something. Bud better not come out there juicing, bro. Bud better not come out there juicing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He better not come out there juiced. Don't come out there coming out there all super swole and all that, bro. He said, hey, Fanon, I don't believe in coincidences. Hey, man, I can't do all this. I got a video coming up. Y'all are stealing all my video thunder, man. Never heard you say this BS about Haney Clown Channel now. First of all, Team Gill, I am literally defending Terence Crawford and saying I do not believe this man is on juice. So shut up, Team Idiot. Oh, I wish you were Kendall Gill, though. I really wish you were Kendall Gill, bro. Because Kendall Gill, I owe an apology to. That Team Gill, I owe an apology to. I really do. If I ever meet Kendall Gill, I'm going to apologize to Kendall Gill. Whatever the case is, Team Gill. I am saying that I don't think the man is on steroids just because he's with Snag. I don't believe that. I don't believe that about Jaron Ennis. I don't believe that. Did not believe that about Mikey Garcia. I don't believe that. I do not believe that if they were going to be on juice and they were going to try to do it, they would go away from him and go find somebody else to go do that with that is completely under the radar. Why would you go to somebody that is notorious? I mean, I know this may sound like some silly logic, but I think he just got a sponsorship, man. That's what I think. That's my personal belief. I personally believe that they got a sponsorship, and that's it. So if I never said this about Haney, oh, also, look, let me tell you something, man. You think I'm going to protect Devin Haney? Do you think I'm trying to protect Devin Haney? I ain't never, dude, yeah, you got to listen, brother. You got to listen, man. You got to listen. First of all, I've never been accused of protecting, I've never, ever been accused of protecting Devin Haney, ever. What's going on, Rise Podcast? Nobody's ever accused me of that, ever. All right? I get called a Devin Haney hater because I do not bow down to the cult of the cult of Lord Haney. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that, all right? I've never bowed down to the cult of Devin Haney. I will not do that. I never will do that. I will treat that man fairly. However, I've never accused Bud of being on performance-enhancing drugs. I think the man just went to go get a paycheck, man. That's it. That's what I would say. Because you know what I mean? You know, because, dog, his advisor just got tossed out the country. Because he just had to fire his advisor, dog. So where's he going to get the money from, man? Let me tell you something. Hey, say, good morning. I appreciate your content. Tat, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Seriously, though, Team Gill, if you're Kendall Gill, I owe you an apology, brother. I really do. I was not right in the right frame of mind one time, and I think you were in the chat, and I kind of lit off, and that's just, I really do apologize to you that if you're Team Gil, because I know he's a real big boxing fan, so chances are he's been at the channel or comes through the channel. Team Gil, no, you're consistent with your point of view. Never heard you say this about Haney or anyone else. If the fight happens, let the best man win. No doubt about it, man. Absolutely, may the best man win. But may the best man win, not get on no juice. But you can't tell me that you don't see the irony in this scenario. Yeah, hit that like button. It is ironic, though. It is ironic that he would work with a guy that just accused Errol Spence Jr. of being on performance-enhancing drugs. The irony, I don't miss the irony. And also, the slight admission that you got to muscle up, homie. Otherwise, you're going to get clubbed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. For now, the trolls in full force today. What's up, trolls? What's up, trolls? How y'all feeling today, man? I appreciate y'all showing up because they are on defensive mode. I know what they are. You're on defensive mode. You're on defensive mode. I got it. Because your boy made a mistake. He made a PR mistake that everybody's going to jump on, man. It is what it is, man. That's a PR mistake, man. But like I said, he lost his advisor. He doesn't have a promoter, right? He about to get 30% out this Errol fight. So he got to get something. He got to make his money too. You know what I'm saying? He's got to make his money too. Haven't heard anything about this. Oh, and by the way, Snack says Spence and Ugas were not drug tested. He spends all his time shouting boxers who are not tested. Yeah, that's not true though. It's not true that he's not tested. Absolutely, positively not tested. That's not tested. He's out there lying. And matter of fact, let me show this to you. He's out there. What he's doing is out there lying. Because here you go. I will show you that he's lying. Victor Conte is telling a story. And I don't mind busting him. Even though I don't always go with what these boxing writers say. And I'm going to be very straightforward with you. These dudes be having some serious agendas. All right? Definitely have agendas. Definitely have agendas. However, this one particular boxing writer, Keith Eidick, is on those boys' neck like you would not believe. Where is this? For anyone else interested in the proof of VADA testing for the Errol Spence Jr. fights, I have attached a copy of the VADA test 217. Have also attached a VADA dated 116 with proof of full VADA testing for Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. Okay? Now watch this. I'm going to share this with you, okay? Victor Conte saying that that they're not VADA tested. Okay? Here you go. Oh, actually, let me stop 1 second. And let me do that because that is easier. Okay? Now, do. All right, you should see this. So what this says is, it's a letter from VADA dated February 17th, 2022. And it says, please be advised, Mr. Errol Spence and Mr. Yordanis Ugas have entered the voluntary anti-doping program. They will be subject to random unannounced testing through April 16th, 2022. And Mr. Yordanis Ugas, please be advised that Errol Spence and Mr. Yordanis Ugas have entered the voluntary anti-doping association program. They will be subject to random unannounced testing through April 16th, 2022. We will keep the Texas Combative Sports Program, TGB programs, Heyman Boxing, the WBC, the IBF, the WBA, and the ABC, and ABC is Association of Boxing Commissions, apprised of all the results of both A and B samples. Do not hesitate to contact VADA's Chief Legal Counsel, Ryan Conley, if you have any questions. Okay? There you go. Victor Conte's out there lying. Mike Montero was out there lying on Errol Spence Jr. Period. They said because it's not on their website, so they don't do the testing unless they can find it on their website, which is absolutely ridiculously stupid. Hey, Javier Logan, I got 500,000 from a source close to the PBC. That's who I got one to. And that dude got one from industry executives. I'll take my guy over Lance Pugmire. That's where I get it. I'm not seeing it anywhere. You saw it with me. You didn't see. They don't release pay-per-view numbers, Javier Logan. They don't release them. You're never going to get a pay-per-view number, man. And if you watch the video, that's what I told you. I said a journalist named Mike, Lance Pugmire said 140-ish. Do you know what else they didn't do? Those guys also didn't tell you that Daniel Kinahan was getting investigated, that all those guys were under investigation by the federal government for a RICO Act. They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell you that. I told you that. And I told you that a year before it actually happened. So just because they come up with a number doesn't mean that their number is true. And I told you what I got the number, the people that I got the number from, I said just because they give me that number doesn't mean that that's the number. I told you in the video, you're going to hear a lot of different numbers because it happens every fight. You're going to have somebody like the guy whose name I'm not going to mention say 30,000. You're going to have, man, shut up, idiot. I ain't lied about nothing. How you know Lance Pugmire ain't lying? Somebody ain't lying to Lance Pugmire. They didn't know that? Did they? No, they did not. So I'm going to tell you again, just because you get it, Lance Pugmire is no more capable of calling somebody on the phone or having somebody call him than I am. Absolutely not. 78 Sports TV is a much more reliable source for things that come from Deontay Wilder than Keith Idec is. Now, when I said, do you discredit? I'm telling you right now, I don't know. I tell you that every time. I don't know. I will tell you this, the media will lowball on the PBC on a very consistent basis. You had Derek James, who's the trainer of Errol Spence Jr. and gets paid off the pay-per-views, giving you one number. You have somebody like what's that dude's name? I'm not even going to say his name, giving you another number. These guys don't know those numbers, man. All you're going to get is a source. That's it. You all Spence loyal. Man, shut up, Angry Nick fan. I already throw your ass up out of here. Shut up, Angry Nick fan. I'm just trying to tell you. That's what I said. I'm not discrediting anything. I'm telling you the numbers that I got from multiple people and multiple people gave for that fight. That's what I'm saying. They said it looks like it's getting close. It's going to make it to 500,000 pay-per-views. I tell you this, every time those guys that source that Mike Coppinger gets, those guys, they always say 240,000. It's been 240,000 for every fight. Errol Spence Jr., what is it? Oh, it's 240,000, 250,000. Well, what is Deontay Wilder? Oh, it's 240,000. It's 250,000. Those guys give you the same numbers for every fight. It's always 240, 250,000. They give them literally are giving you the same numbers to every single solitary fight. I don't believe them. I'm not going to trust them on their face value when they're talking about the PBC because these are the same guys that said the PBC is going out of business for the last 10 years. You don't think these guys will lowball on people's numbers? When have you known the media to ever give fair treatment to the PBC? If they heard five, they're telling you what they heard. That's what I'm telling you. Didn't this camp say that it was 800K? This camp said, the trainer said it was 700,000. That's what the trainer said. The media said that it was 250,000. Every video, I'm telling you, every single solitary one, those guys come out with the same number. So I can tell you, you can believe them if you want to believe them. I know this. When they said as soon as Watch this. As soon as Oscar De La Hoya said that, they said there was 800,000 from Canelo Alvarez. Guess who said 800,000 for Canelo Alvarez? Not the boxing media, not Lance Coppinger, not them. It was the same sources close to the PBC that said 800,000. They never put out numbers to combat or counteract what they said about Canelo Alvarez. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Those dudes consistently have said the PBC is going out of business, and they've been saying that for years. If you want to believe cats that are constantly wrong about the PBC, go ahead and believe them. But I'm telling you what I said. I don't know. And I told you in the video, dude, they're going to come out with numbers that are going to say 200,000. You're going to hear numbers that are going to say 45,000. That's what you're going to say. You're going to hear that every time. If they said, if Floyd Mayweather Jr. said, "Oh, I did $5 million," I did this. They cut it in half every time. You just tell me one time that they have ever exaggerated success for the PBC. DAZN was taking over boxing. When do you hear them ever talk about DAZN numbers? Ever? You ever heard the mainstream boxing media ever talk about DAZN numbers and DAZN flopping? Who told you DAZN was flopping? And I'm challenging you on that. Who told you DAZN was flopping first? Right here. DAZN is going to pull out of American boxing because they're flopping. None of those other guys said anything about that. But you guys want to run with every bit of negative. If it's a number that makes a PBC look bad, you guys jump on it and run with it. What I told you was, look, this number is what I've been told. They said it's going to wind up around 500,000. What Derek James, who was the trainer of Errol Spence Jr., said Sean Porter and those guys did 700,000 pay-per-views. That's what they said. That's what his trainer said. And his trainer actually gets paid. Who do you think has a better source of knowing what those pay-per-views are? Dude, you don't even know what the numbers are. And they didn't raise the prices. The prices were the same. It was $75. It was the same price. You're always talking about these guys flopping. Everything about the PBC flops. Every time. There has not been, I'm telling you, it's either it flopped or if there's a fighter that isn't PBC that participated in it, the fighter that isn't part of the PBC is the reason it did well. Man, y'all can get up out of here believing these guys that are literally connected to those promoters. They get favors by Eddie Hearn. Dan Rayfield gets, man, come on, man. That's why Dan Rayfield was fired from ESPN. Because Eddie Hearn ratted him out that he was giving him free hotel rooms for the information, man. Get up out of here, man. The industry sources. Man, get out of here, man. Anyway, it is what it is, though. Y'all want to believe, but you don't know if it's true or not, Ramen Turner. You have no clue what is true or not. 240 is not true. That's not true. How do you know it's not true? I'm serious, man. How do you know? These guys are all given numbers that are not ever officially released. And you tend to believe whoever it is that you want to believe. Keep believing that mainstream media about everything that they say about boxing. And I'll continue to take your money. No joke. Much love in that super chat. If y'all keep believing everything that comes out their pie hole, I'm going to take your money. And like I said, I did a video, and I maintain this. I did a video in last May where I told everybody Tyson Fury has bigger problems to worry about than the Deontay Wilder rematch. Sources tell me that they are under federal investigation for violations of the RICO Act, which is what? It is money laundering, guns, and drugs. And it was associated with the Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury fight. Did any of the boxing media ever tell you that? No, they did not. Did they know it? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Did they say anything about it? No, they didn't. No. Now they're all running around like, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know he was a mafia kingpin. We can't, like, you can't read the newspapers in Ireland where they are literally saying what's going on. So, like I said, man, do not preach to me anytime you get some guy that works for, and I'm not disrespecting the guy, and I don't mean any disrespect for the guy. Do not tell me that these dudes are always, first of all, are always going to tell you the truth, because that's not the truth. They're not always going to tell you the truth. They don't. These guys will tank a fight, they will work with a promoter, they will put low ball numbers out so that those guys do not look good. If they get an exaggeration, they will run with an exaggeration to make their guy look good. There is no proof whatsoever that Canelo Alvarez sold 1 million pay-per-views against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Do you know who said that he did 1 million pay-per-views? Oscar De La Hoya said it in the ring after the fight. Oh, we did 1 million pay-per-views. We did 1 million pay-per-views. That's what he said after the fight. And they ran with it. There were no leaks. Oh, no, it only did 180. It only did 80. Anytime you get a good number from the PBC that comes out before they do, they lowball right after that. I think it's a lowball, is what I think. I think more than likely the 500K is somebody given an optimistic estimate, and I think that the one at 240 is a source where they're giving a lowball estimate. That's all that is. It's like, what's the value of this? Oh, I'll pay you $500,000 for your house. Nah, I think that house is worth $240,000. That's what you're hearing, man. You're not hearing anybody actually saying, oh, we have the receipts. I spoke with Al Heyman, and Al Heyman tells me that the fight did 368,000 pay-per-views. The mob is, so you're going to run with what they say, which is oftentimes wrong. Anyway, my man Jeffrey Brooks said, what did Ring Magazine report? You said their numbers were pretty accurate about Crawford and Porter. I didn't say that. I don't know Ring Magazines. None of these. Honestly, when somebody says what the pay-per-view sales are, you got to take it all with a grain of salt. All of it with a grain of salt, man, because they're media. They are going to, if they are, what I said was about them. I know who knows those numbers. The camps know those numbers because the camps are paid off of those numbers. That's who I know numbers. The ones that are paid off the numbers. And I'm telling you, that's what in my video I said that. Look, man, you're never going to really know what the pay-per-view numbers are unless you actually work with them. First of all, the pay-per-view numbers come out over a length of time. But I promise you, what you're going to hear is, you're going to hear 35,000 from one guy, you're going to hear 250,000 from somebody else, and you're going to hear 600,000 from somebody else. And it happens every fight. Just like Sean Porter with him, the Sean Porter Errol Spence Jr. fight. You had that guy, Rick, what's his name, saying, oh, it did 40,000. You had Mike Coppinger and these guys saying, oh, it did 250,000, just like they always say, 250,000. What did Tank do? Oh, around 250,000. Oh, okay. Well, what did Keith Thurman and those guys do? Oh, around 200,000. Around 200,000. They do that every time, man. Anyway, so we're going to get back on the real subject. I'm not interested in that. But I told you in the video ahead of time exactly what was going to happen. Camille Oz said, people can't handle the fact that Errol is a star. I'm telling you what it is they are not, those boxing writers, Kamal Oz, much love in that super chat, bro, are not aligned with the PBC. They're not aligned with the PBC. The Boxing Writers Association of America is not aligned with the PBC. The Boxing Writers Association of America is aligned with Top Rank, Matchroom, and Golden Boy, which is why you see guys like, that's why you see certain people getting Trainer of the Year, certain people getting said, what? Oh, and they didn't report anything yet. Much love, Jeffrey Brooks. I'm telling you, man, the most reliable source is somebody close to the PBC. That's it. If it's somebody close to the PBC, if they say they get it from somebody that's close to the PBC, it's more reliable than they say they got it from industry sources. Because what's an industry source? Rick Glazier is an industry source. Guess who else is an industry source? Victor Conte is an industry source. And he lies out his ass. Guess who else is an industry source? Kevin Iole. And Kevin Iole is an industry and lies out his ass. Hey, Ramen, let me tell you something, brother. Watch this, Ramen. Bye. See you, Ramen. You're never coming back. I don't appreciate it, brother. I'm being dead serious with you. And things that you see happen consistently in the sport of boxing, brother. I'm done with you, man. I'm telling you what happens consistently in the sport of boxing, being honest with you. If somebody is a source, they're a source. Some people have good sources, and sometimes sources are right, sometimes sources are wrong. But Lance Pugmire, because Lance Pugmire says something, does not make it true. Sorry. Just because a white guy in a tie said it doesn't make it true, Ramen. You understand? Just because a white guy in a tie says it doesn't make it true. And you offended me because I know the people that said it. And the people that said it are very reliable and they're nearer to it. Could they exaggerate it? Yeah. But you want to believe a white dude in a tie is what you want to believe. Well, hi, let me tell you what my industry sources tell me. That's what you want to believe. You go believe it. Go believe that shit somewhere else, though. All right, I'm done. Corey Holmes, much love in that super chat, bro. Man, I thought the day would never come. Nah, man, I tolerated ramen for a while. I don't appreciate it, man. I don't appreciate it. He said, did body just body? Yeah, absolutely, I bodied a wrench. Goodbye, bro. Anyway, man, so let's get back to this Terence Crawford stuff. He said, damn, I tried to calm him down. No, I don't appreciate that, man, because that's what we go through. That's what you go through. You will believe a dude that looks like Lance Pugmire, and no disrespect to Lance Pugmire, but you will believe him over you will believe somebody that looks like me. Even though guy has given you, not necessarily him, even though mainstream boxing media has given you wrong information about the PBC over and over and over and over and over and over again. Even though they say, industry sources say it should be 240-ish. Even though they give you the same number for every single solitary fight the PBC has, you don't catch the pattern. I can tell you what number they're going to predict. They're going to predict 250 because it doesn't sound too low. It doesn't sound too high. But when sources close to the PBC said that about 800,000, or better yet, with Derek James, who literally gets paid off of the pay-per-view fight himself. He is the trainer of a guy that literally gets paid off of the pay-per-views. You will believe them over him, even though he's in the camp and he's actually paid. The only person that knows for sure between any particular media guy and Derek James is Derek James. So why would you not believe Derek James? Why would you believe the media guy? That doesn't make any sense. Unless you just think Derek James, Derek's just lying. That's what you do. Oh, he's just lying. Let me believe the white guy with the tie on. Are you a sucker or what? Seriously, man. It said NSM, they provide false information all the time. Those guys will tell you, those literally the same media guys that keep telling you, man, when have you caught Jay? When have you caught him lying, man? When have you caught that man lying? I ain't caught that man lying as much as I've caught the boxing media lying and being wrong. Man, stop. Anyway, it is what it is, bro. That's why I said about that date, September 17th. I don't know if that's wrong. He said they all lie all the time, bro. Then why are you believing anybody then? Then why are you believing anybody if they all lying all the time? Sources tell them. They're not even telling you it's true. To boot. They're not even telling you it's true. They said, sources tell me. They're not validating that those numbers are true. They're selling a source tells me. You know what happens if you're in court on that? They say hearsay. Objection, hearsay. That's not evidence. You're telling me somebody told you. They're not telling you that those are the numbers. They're telling you somebody told them that. That's all they're saying. And anybody can, as long as somebody told them that, they can put it in a paper. That's it. They're not validating those numbers. They're saying sources told me. That's it. And once they say sources tell me, you can be like, okay, sources tell you. Well, what does a source tell you? Oh, my source tells you. You'd have to actually compare the sources. Do they tell you the sources? No, you run with the source. You run with it. Just like, what's going on, Matt? Just like the PBC's going out of business. Like the PBC been going out of business. Oh, Fanon, the media says the PBC owes $500,000. They're going out of business. What happened to that? Anyway, y'all are ruining the conversation. Let's get on some real stuff. I don't appreciate Ramen was, man, he was trolling Ramen to get out of here, man. I'm sick of that nonsense, man. Go away. Anyway, I was like, no way he can be hating on black folk that hard. Dog, I'm telling you, man, look, man, all you got to know is this. As soon as a white guy in a tie says it, half them guys are going to be like, well, they said it. Well, my God, well, they said it. No, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. He's saying somebody else told him that. That's all he's saying. He said, somebody told me this, and that's it. And you say, well, that's the truth. How do you know it's the truth? Because he said that somebody else told him that. That's it. That's not any proof. Where your proof at? He ain't got any more proof than anybody else has proof. And that's the truth. Because they don't even tell you the source. And guess where they put it? They put it out on Twitter. They don't put it out on their magazine. Notice this. They put it out there as private people on their private Twitter. They do not put that out on Boxing Scene. Well, I guess sometimes they will, but they'll say sources say. Anyway, John Boy, much love in that super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Why must you make it racial? I don't make it racial, brother. Trust me, I don't. But I understand when things get that way. I do. Because you won't believe Derrick James. You'll believe a guy that doesn't have any, you don't have any idea who told him that. Anyway, Victor Conte beat Olympic testing and ran a program that beat the Olympics testing in the Olympics. Why is he in boxing? Why isn't Snack Boxers criticized? Pittsburgh T, much love in that super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat. He is criticized, and he's criticized a lot, bro. He's criticized, and he's criticized a lot. He's criticized a lot. I just don't think it's something you should put on top of. I just don't think it's anything that you should put on top of. I don't think it's anything you should put on top of Terence Crawford like that, other than the admission. Damn, y'all pissed for not question. No, new gap. I don't have a problem with people questioning my sources. I don't. You can question my sources. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. But question their sources too. Because I'm not incorrect any more than they are. That's just the truth. I'm not wrong any more than they are. No joke. I'm not. And they don't have any better insight into that than I do. Or any better insight than a lot of people do if they're talking to anybody that actually works for the organization. That's what I'm saying. Didn't have the same injury for Fury. What are you talking about? Oh, Fanon spitting fire today. Valdez. Oh, Stevenson. Wow. Absolutely. Yeah, that's just irritating me, bro. You just gonna flat out. That's why I say go away, bro. Hey, let me tell you. Hey, Ramen, go to Lance Pugmire's YouTube page, bro, and talk boxing with him. See if he's gonna talk boxing to you. You know what I mean? Since you believe him so much more. Anyway, I'm sorry. You believe the people that you don't even know that told him versus you not believing the people that I know that I knew that told me. Right? Anyway, what up, Fanon? What's going on? What's that song in your intro? My wife said it sounds like a Cambodian song her dad used to play when she was a kid. Oh, it's called what's it called? It's called MF Doom. It's the RZA and MF Doom. Anyway, I'm done with y'all, man. I'm done with all that conversation. I got to get done. That does irritate me though. Tyson Fury weighed in at 264. Speaking of De La Hoya, the funny It's funny. He all of a sudden wants Ortiz to fight Spence. He needs Boots to make Ortiz versus Boots. Oh no, you know what's funny? What's funny is he got sued for sexual assault again, and the boxing media didn't put it out. That's what I think is funny about Oscar De La Hoya. You think they missed that? They can tell you in a minute that Jermell Charlo got arrested, but they didn't tell you anything about Oscar De La Hoya getting sued for sexual assault. And guess when that happened? It happened 3 days ago. Where's that piece of news? Is what I'd like to know. Where's that? No, ESPN reported it. Where is it? I haven't heard a lot about it. I didn't hear a lot about it. But anyway, I don't want to get on the boxing media today. Y'all go ahead and believe what y'all want to believe. I'm going to tell you this, though. Errol Spence Jr. got that man running a snack, man. Said, nice, me and my son in a business trip out here. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, said, nice, me and my son on a business trip out here. That's what's up, man. Yeah, but that's all right. You guys go with the boxing media, the mainstream boxing media on everything. And if the mainstream boxing tells you something that you hear from somebody else, you don't want to believe it, don't believe it. That's cool. But like I said, I'm going to keep taking your money. Because guess who got shut down? Guess who got shut down? MTK Global got shut down. Completely shut down. Completely shut down. J-Dub, why are you and your moderators time people out for their opinion? You're that sensitive as boxing. I didn't time you out, J-Tub, and I don't even know you. However, I'll time you out if you get timed out. Anyway, man, y'all messing up y'all killing the chat today, man. I'm killing the chat. My bad. We're going to have more fun in this boxing conversation moving forward, bro. I just find it ironic that cats will the same dude can give you the same number 50 times in a row and you don't catch it. You know what I'm saying? They can give you the same number 50 times in a row and you don't catch it. Every time they give a number for the PBC for a pay-per-view, it's 240,000. Every single solitary time. As if there's no variation. Deontay Wilder, 250,000. Gervonta Davis, 250,000. Errol Spence, 250,000. Every time they give a number, it's that same number. I don't believe it. Hey, my man said, can you turn your mic up a little bit? Oh, my bad. Wally Scott Bay, what's going on, brother? I'm sorry. He said, can you turn your mic up a little bit? Absolutely, brother. Much love in that super chat, bro. Sorry about that. Jay Lex said, Fanon, doesn't these racial antics that that clearly destroy our minorities at times be handled different according to race and status? Look, that's not a legal issue. That's a societal issue. And I mean, yeah, of course people, it's definitely handled differently on a lot of different levels, like economically, racially, absolutely. Things get handled different, no doubt about it. He said, why does Bud keep associating himself with questionable organizations? I don't get it. Money, man. That's what I think. He's getting a paycheck from Snack. That's what I think. I think he's going to get a paycheck from Snack. And also, I think he's just not down with the PBC, man. I think he's just not down with the PBC, man. That's why I'm waiting for this fight to get made, okay? However, it is 40 million blacks in America since 1970s. Man, there's more than 40 million. Yeah, exactly. It's 40 million blacks in America since the 1970s. The number ain't grown at all. Everybody else's number's grown. Our number stayed absolutely the same. I don't believe it, bro. Cannon has lost it. Yeah, I got you. See you later, homie. I lost. I'm going to lose you. See you later, brother. Eric Richard said, Bud will stay off center line, use angles, footwork, and Spence will eat punches in the later rounds while getting frustrated. Bud will catch Spence. Game plan. Much love in that super chat, brother. Eric Richard. Hey, it could happen that way, man. It could happen. No joke. It could happen. That ain't no joke. It could happen like that, man. We'll see. But as far as Bud and Snack, it's probably just money. But he does need to get stronger. I do agree with that. I think he needs to get stronger. Absolutely. Where my dude, CG Cap at? Good morning to you. What's going on, Terry Schmoot? Yeah, we are 13% for over 2 centuries. I mean, the number's not going to change. But I will tell you something, and I'm not going to get on a lot of this racial stuff, The numbers are they what do you call it? They inflate the numbers of Europeans because they list the Mexicans in Texas as Europeans. Like, I was like, do you realize that the percentage of blacks in hold on, let me see. Watch this. This is funny. And I'm not going to do too much of this, man. Be patient with me. But hold on. Hold on one second. They say that, that they got this. They got it right here. Because I was going to say that's bananas. Oh, that's in 2010. Hispanic or Latino is 40% of Texas and 78% are white alone. If you believe that nonsense, heck, no. Anyway, for 9. This is when you're at your best. Hey, man, look, yeah, but it kills the chat. I'm telling you, it kills the chat. Can't support the channel and grow the channel talking about that stuff. And it is what it is. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but I got this thing in my ear, man. Please go away. Anyway, the way sports show talk about boxing is like they don't even know boxing. It's all crazy. Sound like Dan's girls. What are you talking about? And later, everybody say, Fernan, you're fighting. Many Mexicans are on my caseload. They're all listed as white. He said, yeah, later, Errol could be. Fernan, you're right there. Many Mexicans on my caseload, and they're all listed as white. Exactly. They elevate the numbers, man. There's not as many. They try to keep that percentage, that percentage as high as they can. So they have a whole lot of non-white people listed as white. I'm telling you. Say they count most Mexicans as white for the votes. I mean, whatever it is, man. It is what it is, man. Oh, this is really annoying to me. Can you guys hear this? My landscaper is here. See, I said that to sound funny, to sound sophisticated. My landscaper. What I mean is the guy that mowed my lawn. Lamb got this his blower in my ear, man. It's gonna take a second. They'll be gone in a second, man. Keith Nolan said, I'm just not very fond of Victor Conte, and I understand people want to get paid, but those Devin Haney snack ads are annoying and kind of cheesy. Okay, so now you can't hear it good because these guys they'll go away in a second, man. Man. He said, I'm glad you're on YouTube. If I listened to them, I would be lost. Stephen A. Smith is the worst analyst in boxing. I'm telling you, dude, just do not. Those guys are very good dudes. No joke about it, man. But those guys have a job, and you can't tell me that those guys doing that job some of those guys do not have agendas with those jobs. They are human beings, just like people with YouTube channels are human beings. People do have their opinions, and they do have their agendas. And almost nobody is completely neutral to that. And I will tell you, I have no problem being fair to the PBC because I can tell you they're going to lowball Errol Spence Jr.'s numbers without a doubt, bro. Hey, Terence said, let him beautify your house, Fanon. You know what it is. In my estate. Let me say my estate. This dusty estate I got. He said the Mexican that mowing your lawn is a correct term. No. Even though that's true. Because you know why? Because the white guy that mows the rest of the lawns wouldn't mow my lawn. He's like, no, I'm too busy. So trust me, they had a lot of Mexican guys coming by doing landscaping all the time. For now, not only America, these people consider themselves, even in their own country like Brazil, it's sick. Even black people like Pele used to say he's white, not black. Let me tell you something. Pele can say what he want to say. I don't care. I know what Pele is, so do y'all, man. It is what it is, man. I say snack program skips leg days. Ask the dream. Let me tell you something, man. If Bud Crawford need to get on something, and y'all can say what y'all want to say, Bud better get on something. Because if Bud don't get on something, Bud is going to get mugged. And I'm telling you, I do not like the fact that the guy he went to is the guy that accused Errol of performance-enhancing drugs. That to me is just that I don't like. I'm with Fahim Sator on that. I do not believe in coincidence, man. You jumping with a dude, you jumping with that dude that just said Errol Spence Jr. is on that, man. Hey, my man, Michael Martinez, thank you, brother. I appreciate you supporting the chat today, bro. He said, hi from Brooklyn Gleason Gyms. Spence, originally from New York City. That's what's up. Much love in that super chat, brother. He says, Spence, snack ain't no bad program. Look, I don't know, man. I have a suspicion it ain't any different than 100 other programs. That's what I have a suspicion. Nah, William Gates, Errol Spence Jr. is not clearly juicing. Then Terence is clear. If you do that to Terence, then I'm gonna say Terence is juicing. Then Terence is clearly juicing. Terence Crawford is clearly juicing. Obviously, he's obviously juicing. Canelo, you know the only person is obviously juicing in boxing are the people that got tested positive for that, man. He said, we at 335. Please get the likes up. Absolutely, man. Hit that likes up, man. If y'all can't support the channel, hit the like button, man. Get them likes up, man. He's not clearly juicing. You know who's clearly juicing? The guy has had okay, so William Gates, watch this, man. Watch this. For all you nipple fiends out there, for all you nipple fans out there, for all you nipple fans, let me show you something, nipple fans. Let me show you something. How do I get this? All right, you can see it here. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. All right, to all you nipple fans out there that want to talk about Errol Spence Jr. and how he has to be on it because the gyno. Watch this. Now, am I being anti-Errol Spence fanboy by telling you this? Please, my friend, look at this man's chest. Look at this obviously around 16-year-old Errol Spence Jr. Okay? Do you see that? I don't like to do this. However, because we got King in the building and this may get them all G'd up. You see that right there? Sorry, man. That dude is 16 years old and you see the same thing on the man when the man is that young. Okay? Hate to do that. Okay? But I would ask you guys to please stop using that excuse. Pause. Because that dude is 16 years old and is there. So why would you consider something that is there at the age of 16 years old any proof of you think he's on performance enhancing drugs then? When he was 16, man? He been juicing since he's 16? How about that? All right? And here's the thing. That's why I'm saying you guys are suckers. Because the people that keep telling you that have seen that picture. And they know that. Because they've been saying the same thing for years and they just keep repeating it. The man was built like that before. So what do you mean? And here's another thing. Do you know what they do when they get that? Guys on steroids, you know what they do when they get that? They have surgery and have it removed. They have surgery and have it removed. If Errol Spence Jr. got that because of performance enhancing drugs, all he would have to do is have surgery and get it removed. It's something that happens to certain young men when they go through puberty. Okay? So please, I would wish you guys would get off of all of your nipple fantasies about Errol Spence Jr. All right? That is not proof that man is on performance enhancing drugs. Period. Okay? Terry Schmoot, I was joking for 9. I've been saying Errol ain't on roids. I know you joking. Terry Schmoot, I understand you. I already said there's only one cat that I'm going to do that with. Ramen just been over the top, way over the top for like a week now. So I'm like, dude, you way over the top for like a week now, bro. You got to get up out of my face, man. I'm being dead serious, man. Don't question me about that. You know what I mean? Because you guys are never around. When I wind up being right, the guys that question me are never around. Ever. And I never hear you guys say anything when those other guys are wrong, but you keep quoting them. You keep quoting them. even though they've been wrong for sure. But they like the PBC going out of business. They've been going out of business since 2015. When are they going to say try a month? Yeah, being out of pocket for a minute. So I've got done, man. Just go away from me, man. I'm sick of that, man. You're being disrespectful, bro. It ain't even funny. You just wrong. Hey, nah, dog, that ain't wrong. It is you trusting somebody that you don't know. Anyway, Lonito Nova said, I think Spence Crawford would do 500K easy. I'm going to tell you what Spence Crawford's going to do. If you want to believe Lance Pugmire, it's going to do 300,000 pay-per-views. That's what it's going to do. It's going to do 300,000 pay-per-views, 350,000 pay-per-views. That's what it's going to do. I'm going to tell you what it's going to do ahead of time from those sources. Oh, it's looking around 350. That's what it's going to look like. It tops. If you think that they're going to save 500,000 pay-per-views for Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr., you're nuts. Ain't no way they're going to get that out their mouths. Because guess what? That makes it seem like that's the popular fighter. If they do those numbers, you have to concede that they're popular. And you have to say, oh, man, they got a lot of support. But they're never going to give those guys credit for having that much support. I'm telling you, man, it's real. But y'all don't think it's real. I'm telling you it's real. Bam Bam Tweet says, Salute Fi, what's going on, bro? Finally able to catch a show. I'm betting the house on the truth. That's what's up, man. Much love in that super chat. Keep your house, though. Keep your house, though. But with Canelo, you'll believe anything with Canelo. Oh, it ain't, man, every Canelo Alvarez fight on the zone had flopped. And they didn't give you any numbers around it, didn't ask any questions about it, didn't have any sources about how many people signed up for the app, none of that stuff. All that stuff stayed silent about Canelo Alvarez flopping fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. Hey, Tracy Carter, much love in that super chat, said 2 questions. Why does the UK have better boxing fans? Look at the weigh-in at Fury White. Do alphabets dislike Fury? Your honest question without black bias. Okay, so my man, oddly gifted Pulley Ken said, right, WEE wrestlers are clearly using well as bodybuilders and none of their nips look like that. Yeah, they have surgery to get that shit up out of there, man. They get surgery to get out of there, man. Man, Tracy Carter is king. That is who that is. It's the same dude that does that. None of your nigger talk. What kind of racist is that? None of your black bias. You know what I'm saying? Ask me a question that ain't got nothing to do with black people. I had nothing to do with black. Say, hey, I'm really suspect about 250 numbers. I'm willing to bet it was closer to 400 or even 500,000. Look, I'm just trying to tell you, man. Look, dude, they give that number for every single solitary fight. It's always that number. The industry source always gives that number. Always. It's no variation between Terence Crawford, between Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Gervonta Tank Davis. They all do the same number of pay-per-view buys. Maybe they'll dip down a little bit on Keith Thurman and say, oh, I'm hearing it came around 200. Do you really believe that Errol Spence Jr. is only going to sell 50,000 more pay-per-views than Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios? Man, stop. These dudes are the same ones telling you the Europeans, Paulie Malignaggi's telling you how Eastern Europeans are taking over the sport of boxing. They never make reports about the ticket sales for Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko's a star. I'm telling you, these guys are marketing organizations, man. They're marketing guys. They're the boxing media, by and large, are marketing guys. They are out there marketing fighters for fighters for promoters. And that's what Eddie Hearn said when he went on Dan Rayfield like that and set Dan Rayfield up and got Dan Rayfield fired from ESPN. He said, look, man, I like this. All I got to do is buy Dan Rayfield. All I got to do is buy Dan Rayfield a hotel room and give him some perks. And then, hey, he's going to give me good press on my fighters. ESPN found out about it and fired him. And guess who else ESPN fired after that? Fired Steve Kim after that. because ESPN doesn't do that. Boxing is tertiary for ESPN. At least that's what I see as a boxing fan reading the boxing media. Everything was golden I'm telling you, everything was golden with Oscar De La Hoya. He was the greatest fighter ever, or not the greatest fighter ever. He's this huge star. He's this and all of that. Meanwhile, this dude's racking up sexual assaults. He's marrying, dating girls that are way underage, doing all kind of crazy stuff. You didn't hear anything about it. You hear anything about it. But you hear all kind of stuff about Mike Tyson. You hear every tawdry thing you could hear about Mike Tyson, you heard it. Look what Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to do in order to get half the respect Manny Pacquiao gets. But you think these same guys are going to give you, these industry sources are going to give you accurate, fair numbers on what these guys, on how many things they're selling, the PBC? Man, stop it. These guys, when they report on the PBC, should be suspect, period, when they report on the PBC. That's like, you know who the industry expert is too? Eddie Hearn. You're going to believe Eddie Hearn when Eddie Hearn tells you? That's what they do all the time. Eddie Hearn will say, oh, these tickets aren't selling. That's what Bob Arum, every time out. Oh, I hear that tickets are doing terribly. They're not selling anything. They're not doing anything. Until Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury on an ESPN card. Then all of a sudden, oh yeah, that fight's doing really, really well. We expect 1 million pay-per-view buys. And then they never report on the numbers. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. Stop with that stuff, man. And I'm not media, by the way. I'm being very clear. I'm not media. But I'm telling you, a lot of these guys that are reporting those numbers are getting them from industry sources that want to give you that number. Oh, well, you know, the guys are telling me it's 240-ish. What's ish mean, by the way? 300 is 240-ish. Oh, 242, 238. They're going to get it within 2,000? Whatever, man. Say they just like political pundits. Man, of course, man. Oh, we think, anyway, man, it is what it is. Jay Lex said, this is why Crawford sued Arum. There's a lot of bias against our fights and fighters. Hey, man, look, y'all just continue to believe them dudes, man. I am not Journeyman Black Man. I am not the media. No, I am not. I am not the boxing media. I am a boxing fan, and I have a boxing forum, Journeyman Black. I have a boxing forum. That does not make me boxing media. I have a boxing forum. Big difference. A boxing forum is not the media. Media are going to press conferences, interviewing people at the press conference. They are writing articles. They're not just up shooting shit with you on YouTube. They're boxing media or boxing journalists. I'm not a boxing journalist. Keith Eidig is a boxing journalist. What's his name? What's his face? Jake Donovan is a boxing journalist. Ken Heisner, they are boxing. They are journalists, and they have a certain responsibility. I don't. I can talk about Errol Spence Jr. all day, be the biggest fan of Errol Spence Jr. in the world, and tell you I'm a fan of him. I don't got to act like I'm not a fan of these fighters. They got to act like they're not a fan. Dougie Fisher, who I respect, much respect, he got to act like he's not being a fan when he's reporting favorably for Golden Boy. They got to act like they have to act like they're not a fan. I'm not acting like I'm not a fan. I'm telling you flat right. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. I'm a fan of Terence Crawford. I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. I'm a fan of Josh Taylor. I was a fan of Josh Taylor, but I'll be a fan of Josh Taylor again, even though he took that shot at me. Said this isn't a PBS channel. Oh yeah, it is. It's public broadcasting. Yeah, it is. That's the only way it's supported by you guys. You guys support it in the super chats. You support it in the cash apps. You guys support the boxing forum, which is a place for everybody to come together and talk to one another. That's why I spend so much time in the chat, because this is a boxing forum. I'm instigating conversations with boxing fans. That's what I'm doing, right? It's a boxing forum. Like, for example, shout out to Chicken Talk on Twitter. It's a boxing forum. They're not boxing media. It's a boxing forum. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody wants to come by and wants to talk to boxing fans at 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't know any of them dudes that get up that early, but if they want to come around at 8 o'clock in the morning and talk to talk to a community of boxing fans, a big boxing forum, you can do it here. If you want me to do a press release for your fighter, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing press releases and all that, you know? Anyway, Fanon, this is social media. You're me to know. Being on social, hey, look, Journeyman Black, dude, I don't feel like teaching you something. That means everybody in the world, everybody on Twitter is media. Everybody on Facebook is the media. There is a medium, the television medium, okay, social mediums. This is a medium. A medium means in between me and you. This is a way for me to get my message to you. But I am not a journalist. When they talk about the boxing media, they're talking about boxing journalists. That's who you're referring to. People that are boxing journalists. And they use the colloquial term, the media, right? Because it's the television medium. It's the radio medium. It's social medium. That's what they mean by that. There's a medium that journalists participate. They're on that medium. Now, there is a medium that is readily available between me and you, but it is still just a medium. I am not the media. I am not new media. This is a boxing forum. I'm telling you very clearly what I am. Very clearly what I am. I'm not competing with boxing scene. I'm not competing with fight hype. I'm not competing with the boxing voice. That's their primary job, is to provide you information from this guy from them to you. That's their primary job. Once somebody starts giving you their opinion, they're primarily giving you their opinion about what's going on. It's a boxing forum. Now, journalists can have boxing forums, but that's what it is. No joke. I'm not the boxing media. And y'all can kick rocks with acting like I am. I'm not. Shaq Rock said, that's 100. Absolutely. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for the support, bro. Thank you for supporting this boxing forum. It's what it is. Salute Fanon. That's what's up. School these idiots. Absolutely, man. It's like, look, man, I am not that. I'm a boxing fan. That's why I'm telling even boxers to get mad at me. But dude, don't get mad at me. I'm a boxing fan, man. It's what I am. It's a boxing forum. All kind of people can come talk on this chat and give their opinions about what they think and all of that. I do not work for the PBC. I do not work. PBC has never paid me a penny. Errol Spence Jr. has never paid me a penny. Terence Crawford has never paid me a penny. Matter of fact, when people have said that they wanted to come onto the channel and they wanted their young fighters, I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I'm not the media. I'm not the media. This is a boxing forum, and I'm just chopping it up with boxing fans. Please watch my videos, hear what I got to think, come to the live streams, tell me what you want to think, get in the comment section, be in the comment section. I'll respond to you in the comment section. That's what it is, man. You cannot define me as I'm not doing what Jake Donovan is doing. I'm not. And it's unfair to Jake. And honestly, it's unfair to Jake Donovan to call what he does what I do, because it's not. That dude is literally, and I'm telling you, like a guy that I do really respect, right? I don't always agree with him. You know what I mean? But I understand what his job is. His job, this dude is literally breaking, his job is to give you every bit of information that he can give you, even if he ain't interested in it. If I'm not interested in that shit, I'm not going to talk about it. Fuck Monster Anyway. I don't care about Monster Anyway. Why don't you do Monster Anyway arguments? Because I don't care about Monster Anyway. That's why. You know what I'm saying? The people I chop it up with don't want to talk about Monster Anyway. People that I chop it up with want to talk about Terence Crawford. So I'm going to talk about Terence Crawford, because even if you don't like Terence, even if you think Terence is going to get thumped, you still rock with Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Because you are supporting the man. Teddy G said, do you have any boxing credentials? Serious question. You mean, do I have press credentials to fights? No, I do not. I do not apply for boxing credentials. I don't do it. I don't even go to fights. I don't even go to fights because I don't like to be treated like I'm the press, man. I'm not up there at these boxing matches following. That's no disrespect to them. Following behind them with cameras and sticking interviews. I don't do that. And if people that do want to do that, that's what's up with them. It's just not me. Valentine said, keep grinding, man down, big fish strap season. I got Spence. Ain't no stopping Spence now. You know the deal. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. Thank you. And my man, he said, Corbin says, stop swearing, put on a suit and tie and say, I'm fair, talk bad about any BI issue, do a lot of interviews and smile a lot. Then whatever you say, they'll believe you. Say, yeah, exactly. Stop swearing, put on a suit and tie, say I'm fair, talk bad about any black issue, do a lot of interviews and smile, and then say they'll believe you. Look, man, the media, let me tell you something, man. And I mean this wholeheartedly. Much love in that super chat. If I was boxing media, and I'm being very, very honest with you, if I was being boxing media, I would do the same thing they do. I would do the same thing they do. You know why? Because that's their job. That's their job. If I was working for a boxing publication that was supported by promoters, and promoters giving you access to information, giving you access to fighters, and in order to get access to fighters, in order to get access to these people, you had to write articles favorable to them, I would do it because that would be my job. That is their job. And you can say they can act like that ain't their job, but that is part of their job, is to do that. And that's why they tend to hire people that believe like they believe and have the same viewpoints that they have. And that's why when you replace one, another comes in and does the exact same thing, because that is the nature of the beast. Just like if I was a prosecutor, I'd be putting your ass in jail. If I was a defender, I'll be trying to keep your ass out of jail. That's what it is. That's the job. It's in the nature of the job. It's in the nature of a prosecutor to prosecute. It's in the nature of a defense attorney to defend. It's in the nature of somebody that is working for a boxing media outlet to provide favorable coverage to the people that support their outlet. And here's a problem for the PBC. Al Heyman does not support them. Al Heyman will never give them an interview. How are they going to make a living? How are they going to make a living if the number one business decision maker in that organization will never give you any information? But you can call up Eddie Hearn on your phone. You can call up Bob Arum on your phone. You can call up Kathy Duval on your phone. You can call Lou DiBella on your phone. You can't call up Floyd Mayweather Jr. on your phone. You cannot call up, you may be able to call Leonard Ellerbe up on your phone, but you can't call Floyd on your phone. You can't call Al Heyman up on your phone. So Al Heyman is not giving you any messages, any early breaking news. He's not doing any of that for you. So how are you going to continue your job and being successful in your field if you don't have a functional relationship with the people that are giving you information? And they say, hey, look, I want this leaked to the press. I want this leaked to the press. Well, let me give you some information. I want you to put that out there. Hey, I heard, ding, 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 ding. Hey, Mike, I heard that we're about to sign this fight. We got a 2-fight deal. This is what's happening. Oh, okay, I'll let that out. I'll put that out. Hey, yeah, thank you. Can you put that out? You don't think it comes from them to him? Or you think it's him running around trying to find everybody else? Or maybe it's Eddie Hearn picking up the phone and giving him a call. Maybe it's Bob Arum picking up the phone and giving him a call. Well, Bob Arum don't like him. That's why Bob Arum said, get out of here, you little prick. He flipped on that dude because Mike Coppinger doesn't have a relationship with him. And what did Mike Coppinger say to Bob Arum to get Bob Arum to snap on him? He said, well, you know, if you would have gave Teofimo Lopez, if you would have made the fight between Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, then you wouldn't have had the problem. Well, why would he say that? Well, maybe one of his sources is Teofimo Lopez Sr. Maybe he can call Teofimo Lopez Sr. on the phone, but he can't call Bob. But Bob Arum doesn't like that because if Bob's not even going to give you a press credential, if you're not giving out good information on Bob Arum, that's the nature of their job. So please do not preach to me, who is a boxing fan, if somebody calls me and says, hey, this is what we think, this is what's happening. This is what's really going on. And by the way, dude, I've also been told I've had sources before that would not deal with me anymore. because they said, look, man, I can't tell you anything if you keep putting those type of videos out. And this is somebody, dude, that I got a ton of respect for. And I was like, hey, look, man, I'm not a reporter. I'm not in that. If something is on the news or something is out there that I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about it because it's a boxing forum. That's what it is. I'm a boxing forum. So I don't need you to give me any information. If you're going to give me information and you want to tell me something and I can release it, okay, that's cool. I'll do that. But I can't say, oh, I'm not going to talk about this topic. I'm not going to talk about that topic, because that's not what I am. And that's honestly, dude, why I had a fallout with people, is because, yes, I will definitely be a voice. If you want to say something, you want to get out, I'll be a voice for you, but I'm not going to be a voice for you exclusively or to the detriment of somebody else. That's not what I'm going to do in my boxing forum, because that's not what I am. That's not what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? So on the real, that's why I say you got to get up out of here, homie, with all of that stuff, because if you don't appreciate and support this, I'm telling you, I'm not new media. I do not have to cowtide for any particular fighter on any particular view. If I give a view, it's my view. It may be a BS view, right? And I'm surprised I didn't get attacked for my Gervonta Davis video yesterday, because none of y'all watched it. So since none of y'all watched it, he said, Fanon is a boxing fan with well-informed opinion and is usually right. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. But get right what I am, man. I'm not them, bro. He said, damn, why are you using the Asian guy as an example? I'm playing, bro. Hey, man, it's his job, man. Much love in that super chat, bro. Say your donations ain't coming with the mantra of giving it to support fighters or any other cause. Yes. Dude, you guys are supporting the boxing forum and allowing me to talk about boxing on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis, with your super chats, with your cash apps, with your watching of the videos. That's what I am, bro. He said, I'm messing with you, old man. I know you are, John Boy. That's all right, brother. John Boy, you my dude, man. I believe that, brother. Keith Nolan in that super chat said, I wonder if people consider boxing forums and boxing fan channels media, because more people are preferring to get into boxing information from channels like Fanon International Boxing, and it's understandable because it's often better content. Johnny Jones, man, shut up, dude. You're a moron. That's spilling out of you. See you later, dude. Come back on another name. Look, man, I'll tell you what it is. It's because a lot of these boxing channels, they want to be both. They're both. They are media, and they are media, and they are a boxing forum at the same time. It's like boxing. It's like Boxing Scene. Boxing Scene, the magazine, has a boxing forum at the bottom, and they have journalists that work for it. You know what I mean? Some of these guys are like Dante's Boxing Nation is new media. That was what I always thought. When I think of new media, I always think of Dante's Boxing Nation, because most of the guys that are associated with new media came from Dante's Boxing Nation. And Dante's Boxing Nation is media. He will give his opinion, but he also is at the fight. He's also documenting things and doing all that. They are that. All I'm saying is that I'm not that. What's going on, Tribe of Judah? I'm not that. And that's why I have fallouts with people, because I'm not that. So if you want me to tell you that I'm going to support, all I'm going to do is support Gary Russell Jr., and because Gary Russell Jr. doesn't like Terence Crawford, then I'm just going to call it a certain way because I'm Team Gary. That's not me. Joe Cripps said, big up to Fanon. I tune in daily. What's your take on Charlo and Castano? I think the fight is going to be close one again for Undisputed. I got Jermell Charlo by unanimous decision. I got Jermell Charlo by unanimous decision, by just outboxing him and just keeping busy. Because if he just keeps busy and stays off the ropes, he's going to win that fight in a decision, because Brian Castano covers up too much. Brian Castano covers up way too much. That's my take. Salute Fanon. You give it how you see it, straight up. Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm giving you how I see it. Much love in that super chat, bro. I give it how I see it. I don't ask cats. Very rarely do I ask for anybody for an interview. You know? Hey, it's true indeed. You call a spade a spade. Yeah, that's just what it is, man. Here, man. And so I'm not the media. I don't owe you shit. And I mean it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I do not owe you nothing. But those media guys are beholden. They do owe those promoters. Eddie Hearn is the one. Eddie, I'm going to tell you right now who Mike Coppinger's source is. It's Eddie Hearn for Things Matchroom. It's Eddie Hearn. Sources close to him says what? It's Eddie Hearn. Who else you think is telling him that information? Eddie Hearn will talk to anybody. Eddie Hearn will talk to anybody. Eddie Hearn's a great promoter too, by the way. He's a great promoter. He ain't even an okay promoter. Eddie Hearn, with the product that he has, you got to say that dude is a great promoter. Excellent at his job, man. That dude knows how to work it. He said, Tribe of Juice for 9, you give it to him raw. Yeah. Like my man ODB in the building. When you give it to me, give it to you raw. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Rip Jones said, I would hate interviewing Charlo, too much emotion and his responses. Yeah, man. Like Brian Custer. That's the boxing. He's not a journalist. But you know what I mean? Yeah, Eddie actually does it, bro. Hey, said Bob told Mike to shut up, you little prick. Yeah, that's the dog. Exactly. Shut up, you little prick. He didn't appreciate that. He didn't, because he knows where it's coming. Bob Arum ain't dumb. Bob Arum knows where that's coming from, man. That's what you know. Bob Arum knows where that's coming from, man. He is, you know what? Watch this. He is he's an announcer, man. What do you call him? He's like the announcer. He doesn't give his opinions. He just asks questions. He's actually engaging in journalism. Brian Custer is actually definitely when he gives his interviews, that's video journalism right there. Because he's like, hey, man, this is the question. Give me the answer. Give me the question. This is the answer. Hey, here's the question. What's the answer? Here's the question. What's the answer? Dog, that's the dude right there, Brian Custer to me. No joke. Brian Custer's the dude to me. I like that dude. Just a fan said, Mike is a Crawford hater for sure. Who is that? Who is a Crawford hater for sure? Everybody called me a Crawford hater, man. All Crawford fans think I'm a Crawford hater. Every Errol Spence Jr. fan, I never get called. I'm an Errol hater. I've never been called an Errol hater. Yes, I have. I've been called an Errol hater too. I had Errol's. Matter of fact, I had Errol's camp jump on my channel and chew me out. And I was like, oh, sorry. I like that camp though, man. But dude, if somebody's asking me a question, man, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not in a position to do that. To say, no, I refuse to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? They were pissed at me, man. Like, seriously. They were pissed at me. Jumped on the channel, dude, and were pissed at me. Not happy at all about the fact that I brought something up at all. And I was like, look, man, I mean, first we got to listen to the video because I brushed it aside. But if people come to my channel and ask about it and it's a forum and they bring it up in the forum, I'm going to make a video about it because this is a forum and that's just what it is, you know? Them Texas dudes don't play. They about to pull up. Yeah, you know that, dog. I was like, that's why I don't go to fights, man. That's one of the main reasons I'm like, yeah, I don't know about these fights. I don't know about these fights, bro. Antonio King in the building. What's going on, man? Hey, look, man, we got 718 people in the building, man. Hit that like button, man. And thank you to everybody that supports in the chat today. Thank you so much for your support. It's really, really big. It counts. Thank you so much. And I don't mean to be brushing it over on this topic today, but, you know, we on that topic, man. We've been on that topic today. I want to get off that topic, though. No joke. Hey, what's going on, Antonio? What's going on, Antonio King, man? He said, I think Spence looked at me wrong at the orbital bone. What'd he say? What'd you say? I think if Spence looked at me wrong, my orbital bone would break. No, I'm not Errol Spence didn't look at me wrong, but it's a legitimate question. The dude was like, look, man, why are you even talking about this? Like, why would you even talk about this? There's no merit to it. Why would you even bring it up? And my thing is, dude, I'm not bringing it up. People are bringing it up to me. And if people bring it up to me, then I'm not going to act like I'm going to do a live tomorrow, just a fan. I'm not going to just leave it alone because, dude, it's an opportunity for me to dismiss it. You know, it's an opportunity for me to dismiss it. And I'm not going to miss my opportunity to dismiss stupidity, you know, because I thought that was really unfair, man. And these guys were piling it up, you know. Kicking it with Caden and the bro said, love listening to you, bro. Every morning, keep going. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Gilbert Jimenez said, come get them likes up. He gives a great information. He deserves that at least. Thank you, Gilbert. And my man, hey, thank you, brother. Kicking it with Caden and the bros. Much love in that super chat, brother. He said, Love listening to you, bro, every morning. Keep it going, man. I'm going to try my best, man. I'm going to try my best, man. I'm definitely going to try my best. What is this? What is this? Man, I'm sick of these bums. No joke. Today? This dude started calling me $100. Man, these dudes are scams, bro. Why are you charging me $150 for a room? Those rooms ain't costing no $150. He's getting his own room. So was he getting his own room? Nah, it's probably more than that though. It's probably not right. Someone sent Fanon no. Man. Bro, trust me, man. Ain't nobody sending me that, man. Ain't nobody sending me that. Say Ramen gonna call in with King sitting next to him in the morning. Hey man, you can do what you want to do, brother. I see your name, Ramen. I'm done with you, bro. That's too disrespectful. I'm sick of you, man. No joke, man. You've been flying for way too long on that, homie. Way too long on that, man. Like I said, dude, don't throw quarters at me, man. True story, man. That's how them dudes in Atlanta will do you. Flick a quarter at you. It's like, man, are you serious? I saw this black dude shining, one black dude shining another black man's shoe in Atlanta. Early 2000s. One guy shining another dude's shoe, bro. Yeah, I got coffee. I just drank all the coffee. The man gets done with his coffee, right? He paid for the shoe shine in advance. Dude stands up, gets out of his pocket, goes into his pocket, pulls out a quarter and flicks the man a quarter. I'm like, man, are you serious? First of all, a quarter ain't nothing. Second of all, why are you flicking this man a quarter? Like, man, these dudes be wild, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I know he's suspect, been suspect. Not a very bright, is what I'm not going to get on him, man. Be worried, be very worried. The truth is coming to expose lies, smoke and mirrors. TC getting knocked out. Hey, man, if he reverting to that stuff, I'm telling you, man, I don't think it's not too good for Crawford, man. I do not believe it. I'm thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. I keep visualizing that fight, bro. And what I see, I'm telling you what I see. I don't see him catching Errol with nothing, dog. Because the man, you know what that's like? It's like me seeing somebody really catch. I don't really see Jamal Charlo catching Brian Castano with anything. Because Brian Castano's guard is just way, way, way too high. It's too high. He's too defensive. I just don't see him catching him with anything big because he doesn't avail himself to be caught with anything big. Errol Spence Jr., the pressure that he brings to the fight, I just don't see it, man. My man Justin Van said that King dude is the same guy who calls in every Saturday with bangs that used he named Prince. Man, look, dude, that guy is just, I don't know, man. He just got problems, man. He thinks his job is to correct my opinion on my black bias. But let me answer that question though. I didn't watch the Dillian White versus Tyson Fury fight, and people aren't talking about it because I don't care about it. I'm not talking about the fight because I don't care about the fight. Period. Don't care. Most people in my chat do not care about they don't care. My boxing forum doesn't care. And I'm being very straightforward. I own a boxing forum. They don't care. Now, you can tell me what you want to tell me, but I got 70,000 people. I got 70,000 subscribers. Every morning we do 8,000, 9,000 people come in to talk about boxing. 8,000 or 9,000 people. Okay? 8,000 or 9,000 people. We got about 11,000 people on Instagram, right? We got 1,000, maybe 1,600, 1,700 on Twitter. Okay? Some of them are the same people. But whatever the case is, they don't care. I'm going to tell you what else they don't care. They don't care about Canelo Bivol. They don't care. That's my take. They don't care. They don't care about the fight. They don't think it's very interesting. There's no mystery in the fight. We don't get to do what we're doing with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, which is have a discussion about who's going to win the fight. We don't know. Like, seriously, half of the people, maybe Maybe 4. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what it is. 60% of the people in this chat think Errol's going to win. About 30% think Terence Crawford's going to win. It's about 60. It's about 60-30. Or excuse me, 60-40. 60. Well, I was going 60-30. It's about 60. That shit don't even make sense. I guess that the 10 don't know. I'm telling you what they care about, man. It's a lot of they either think it's a toss up, they think Errol's going to win or Terence, but there's a conversation that can be had because because people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doubting what's happening with Terence Crawford. Happening with Canelo and Bivol. Nobody cares because even if they liked him, they don't care about the fight because everybody knows what's going to happen. Everybody thinks they know what's going to happen in that fight. If I do a poll on it, I'm telling you, 98% are going to say Canelo Alvarez is going to win the fight. Whenever you have a fight where 98% of roughly 13,000 people are saying that they know who's going to win, you have a fight that's not worth making. That's a recipe for a fight not worth making. And don't tell me, well, that'll be the case with anybody. It's not the case with anybody. It's not. You're not going to get 98% of people thinking Canelo Alvarez is going to beat David Benavidez. You're not. You may have 80%, something like that, but you're going to be like, there's some mystery to that. These people don't even know, it's like, to quote the words of the immortal Fernando Vargas, I don't even know who that vato is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who that vato is, man. In the words of the immortal Fernando Vargas, the great ferocious Fernando Vargas. I don't even know who that vato is, man. No, he didn't say man. He had the man, got the man. I don't even know who that vato is, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who that vato is. Who you think's gonna win the fight? I don't even know who that vato is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, who do you think's gonna win between Charlo and Canelo? Oh man, Canelo. It'll be a good fight, but I think Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Monica, you say you confused. What you confused about, Monica? Dude, ain't nobody buying that, man. I'm gonna buy it because you know what it is, man. I'm gonna buy it because I know who that vato is, man. I know who that vato is. So since I know who that vato is, man, I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view, man. Hey, man, much love in that Cash App to my man. Jar Walk 2 said, you giving me a talk like that? Keep it up. Say, you giving me talk like that? Keep it up, New. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Jarvis Walker. My bad for being late on that, bro. Much love in that Cash App, brother. It's big. Thank you for the support today. And then my man Orlando back in the building said, I'm from Atlanta. Don't say that. Ramen flips the quarter. Hey, you know what I'm talking about, them dude. You know what I'm talking about, them dude. Them buckhead dudes. Them buckhead dudes. them Morehouse dudes flip quarters at you. Not all Morehouse dudes. Some really good brothers at Morehouse. However, there's some fraud dudes in Morehouse too. Keith Nolan 2211 said, gratitude for knowing your viewers because I'm definitely not interested in Fury White or Canelo Bivol, man. Not interested at all, bro. Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat, brother. You know what I mean? But on that Star Wars workout, hey, man. Dressed like Darth Vader. He got that Darth Vader mask on it, man. Hey, Wolford, I say, U100, I don't care about the Tyson fight. I hope Dillian knocks him out, but I ain't trying to watch. Canelo Cinnamon Dust DuckTales. Gary picked Canelo won't fight any killers since Mayweather check. Exactly. Hey, Justin Van said, I see your patterns for nine. Dog, it ain't no pattern, dog. I'm telling you flat out. It ain't no confusion over here, bro. My pattern, man. I see your pattern. Study me like what? Like you see the monkeys? Like the monkeys' patterns? I study you. Well, like you think you on a safari or something, man? You studying me, tracking my patterns, seeing where I'll be. Oh, the monkey drinks water at 8:16 a.m. Pattern is your broadcast daily. Exactly, man. There's a pass in my tribal nature, bro. They can't even hide it, dog. They don't even know how to hide it, man. Because they think you stupid. Like, dog, ain't nobody stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When they tracking these animals and doing all that, dog, it's not the tracking that makes them great hunters. It's the gun, okay? It's the gun, all right? Trust me, and by the way, all of these nature shows that are trying to reinvent the wheel, bro, it'd be funny, man, because I watch nature shows, and these dudes in these nature shows always got somebody, well, the great myth. We're gonna see, is there any truth to the legends that the badger is an indestructible animal? These African primitive people think the badger can't die. We'll see if they can die or not. So they follow around a badger, right, to figure out if they can die. But who showed them the badger? It's a black dude. They got to tell them where they are. Like, hey, hold on, man. If you discovering this shit, why do you always need some black dude to track them and actually find out where they are for you? You know, maybe these trackers have actually seen them die. I bet you ain't no African think that a lion, a full-grown male lion, can't kill a honey badger. You know what I'm saying? But they're studying their patterns. Anyway, Martinez Daniel said, hey, Fanon, when do you think Canelo will fight someone that actually has a chance against him because the cherry picking is ridiculous already? I think it's going to happen when he ain't got a choice. As soon as they got somebody they think they can feed them to, that's when. As if these dudes don't know lions. They got lions in their backyard, bro, like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know exactly who they are, where they are, all of that stuff. Know what they do because they animals, dog. It ain't that complicated. Anyway, Richard Gasson said, we need all the training he can get. He can't prepare for the relentless body puncher. Better put some iron bars on that stomach. Renee Boxier, what you drinking? I am drinking HEB sparkling unsweetened water flavored with orange. Flavored with orange, bro. MP said is collecting belts cherry picking. It depends on the belt. It depends on the belt. I think it's an excuse in this, and Terence and Errol's, and I'm sorry, I think it is. I think it's a void. I think it can be. Without a doubt, it can be. Without a doubt, it can be. It's not always. Errol ain't cherry picking Terence, I'll tell you that. Errol is trying to get Terence. Errol is trying to fight Terence Crawford. No, that's not a cherry pick. Okay? If, let's say, Canelo Alvarez drops all his belts at 160 to move up and get a belt off Rocky Fielding, that is a cherry pick. Yes. Because that's a cherry and he picked them. So it just depends. Is the guy holding the belt a cherry or not? The oddly gifted Bully Kennels, man, I'm sorry. He said, it would be amazing to see all the top boxers come together to watch the showdown of Spence versus Crawford. Oh, yeah, they'll all be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Much love in that super chat. They'll all be in the building. You know what it is. They'll all be there for that. Without a doubt, they'll all be there for that, man. For that fight. Because that's a fight that people are actually interested in seeing. Wouldn't you say? I think that that's a good pattern to study. What fights do people actually want? And I'm telling you, all of these really good fighters, not all of them, are with the PBC. And they downplay them consistently, man. I guess if ESPN tells you that Monster Inoue is a better fighter than Gervonta Davis, that means that's true. Right? Because they say it, they're the media, you know. You know what I mean? Hey, Monica, you're not the real Monica, are you? Because honestly, I think I'm about to toss you, Monica. You're doing it. I see your pattern now, Monica. And I'm believing that you're not being authentic with your picture or your name. I think somebody's using your name. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm probably about to get rid of you, Monica. I'm not believing you. You're doing something funny. Because we're a boxing forum and we want actual people to have their name and not use other people's name. Oh, I'm talking to SO. Oh, okay, that's what's up. All right, thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. Because it's me. Okay, it looked like somebody was spamming you, Monica. Martinez Daniel said, picking up and dropping belts because you don't want to fight your mandatory. What you call that? I mean, dude, I think it's a situation by situation. You know what I'm saying? I think you got to know the situation, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a situation. It's me. Hey, I don't know, Monica. It's me. Somebody. Hey, please don't call me baby. I appreciate that though. Thank you. You call me for not. I appreciate it. Don't call me baby. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that. I got a wife. She watches the show. That'd be untoward. Fanan, are we going to talk about the women boxing on the 30th? If you'd like to, absolutely. I'm sorry. Hey, is Amanda Serrano sufficiently Negro for me to, is she sufficiently non-Negro for me to pick her and not be racist? She verified? Okay, thank you. Got it. All right, then you can call me baby then. That's all right. My wife probably heard me say that. Anyway, is she sufficiently non-Negro enough for me to pick her to win without being racist? I need to know. Because, she got a lot of color and her hair curls up. So I'm thinking, she got a little, what do you call it? Boricua? She got a little Boricua in her. You know what I mean? She got a little, what is it, Moreno or Boricua? I don't know which one it is, but she got a little bit of both in her. So I need to make sure, that I'm not being wrong, bro. He said, just drink regular water for now. It's the best thing for your body. Yeah, it is the best thing for your water, but there ain't nothing in this. It's just bubbled water. I do drink a lot of regular water. I do drink regular water. For now, do you think Jermell Charlo should be considered in the pound for pound list? Absolutely, I do. Should he be considered? Yeah, absolutely. So is Danny Garcia Negro? I don't know to what percentage he is. I don't know what percentage he is, but he got some of that in him, probably. You know what I'm saying? Probably. But nah, man, he's light-skinned. Hey, let me tell you something. He made me suspect when he said, I'm just light-skinned. They may not be Negro, but they Negro-ish. Hey, man, I watch Danny Garcia a lot, dog. Danny Garcia may not be Negro, but he is Negro-ish. Very Negro-ish. I'll tell you that, man. TD Harden, man, said, white by surprise KO, man. That'd be funny as a mug. Much love in the super chat. Danny at the barge. Yeah, he may just be the barge. He like a the barge type dude. He may not be Negro, but he Negro-ish for sure, bro. His sisters may not be Negro, but they Negro-ish. God dog, man. He said, yes, Danny is sure. Yeah, Danny is for sure. Hey, is Loma in your top 10 in your pound for pound, in my opinion? I don't know. Yeah, probably. I'll keep him up there for sure. Yeah, absolutely. African Genes, I'm not trying to sound better. I'm just trying to tell you, no, I'm talking about how he behaves. I'm talking about how he behaves. That's a joke on how he behaves. He definitely acts it. You know what I'm saying? His Angel definitely acts it, bro. Them dudes is hood, man. Them dudes is hood, man. And that's another dude. There's a lot of cultural similarities between Puerto Ricans and just black folk. And black folk, a lot of them, dog. Same food, same attitude, same clothes, same haircuts, same all of that, bro. Trust me. The dude is rocking a fade, man. Them dudes rock fades. And them suits, come on, man. Oh, man, that's funny, man. He said, I got Dominican friends and they are way Negro-ish. Way Negro-ish. Oh, dog. Anyway, man, can I get your top 10 pound for pound? Hey, it's tough for me to do off the cuff all the time, man, because I don't really believe in it. But to me, I don't put Canelo in. If I had to do, okay, steroid neutral, because you asked, steroid neutral, okay? Steroid neutral. I got Terence Crawford at number 1. I got Errol Spence at number 1. I've got Canelo Alvarez probably at number 2. I don't know. Should I do the politically correct one? Let me give you the politically correct one and my honest one. Okay? The 10 guys that I think are the best fighters in the world, for me, I'm going to give you who I think are the top 10 best fighters in the world, in my opinion. Screw the pound for pound stuff. And I'm being honest, all right? Let me give you the politically correct one. Canelo Alvarez, number one. If I was working for the media, this would be my first one. Canelo Alvarez, number one. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, number two. Number three, Monster Inoue. Number four, Yordenis Ugas. Number five, Errol Spence Jr. Number six, Vasily Lomachenko. Number seven, Josh Taylor. Number eight, Juan Carlos Estrada. Number nine, Ioka. And number 10, let's throw Gervonta Davis in there, number 10. That's my politically correct pound for pound list if I was working for ESPN. If I was working for ESPN, that's my list. I guarantee you that's their list. I'm going to tell you what they're going to tell you before they tell you what I told you they was going to tell you, dog. I'm telling you. I told you in that video they were going to say 250,000 pay-per-views, by the way. I just want to let you know in all that stuff that ticked me off because I listened in the video. I told you they were going to say 250. Told you. Anyway. So, but who do I think the best fighters are? I get to say it and everybody's going to call me a racist for it. This is why Ugas over Errol? I never said no Ugas over Errol. He said you forgot Bivol. Oh, he's fighting Canelo. Oh, you got to move him up to like number 11. So who would I say is my real one? This is my real one. This is the real one. Okay? This is the real one. The real one is this. And this is, I'm being straight about this. Real one. Number one, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Number one, both of them. They're right there, both of them. I am not putting Terence Crawford over Errol Spence Jr. Never, no more. Okay? Errol's a monster. Okay? Errol, let me see if I can say that even louder. Errol is a monster. And if you don't tell me that boy ain't no goddamn monster, that boy is a monster. Monster. Okay? Anybody the same size as that boy, get in the ring with that boy, is going to get thumped up. Okay? They better be doing something. I don't give a shit. If somebody's the same size as if Errol Spence Jr. was the same size, I'm telling you, if Errol Spence Jr. was the same size as Jared Anderson, he's knocking out Tyson Fury. He's hurting that boy. Just got to be the same. Got to be just that big. Anyway, but let me get to my man Keith Nolan Cat that's really supporting in the chat. Thank you for saving the chat today, bro. I said, Martin, this is a black box. This is the Black Boxer Police, and we have received information that you are over your black boxer limit. Obviously, liking Gervonta, Errol, Bud, and Boots has nothing to do with their skill. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I said I had to put out my non-biased list. And watch. Is there any coincidence, Keith Nolan, that non-biased has the same letters as not blacks? Non-bias equals no blacks. That's what that shit means. Non-bias means no blacks. You're black bias. You know what I'm saying? Black bias, no none. Your brains, I see your patterns, man. That NB, no black fighters, non-biased. All right, anyway, so here's my real one. The cats that I think are the rawest. That's what I'll do. This is my rawest in boxing list. Rawest, the rawest. Don't steal my shit too, by the way. My rawest in boxing is this. Number one, Errol and Terence. Yikes, Errol's a monster. Terence, monster. Number three, Canelo Alvarez, monster. No doubt about it. Wish he'd fight these dudes, but he's a monster. I ain't gonna take that from Canelo. Canelo's a monster. All right. Juiced up a little bit for show. But I think if he was not juiced and he was fighting these guys at 160, he'd be a monster. So I got Canelo as number three. Number four of monsters, I got to go with Usyk. Monster. Usyk's a monster. Number 5, number 1, 2, what is that? After that, after Usyk, you better give me Gervonta. Give me Jamel. Give me Shakur. Give me Inoue. Inoue's a monster. Inoue out there smacking fools up down there. Give me Monster. Monster's a monster. Monster's a monster. So I'll give Monster that. Hell no. Where's Devin Haney? He ain't on my monster list. He ain't a monster. He ain't a monster. Just being real with you. I'm not putting none of them dudes on there, dog. I'm not putting none of them dudes on there. He ain't a monster. Boots. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Boots. Boots. Absolutely. Boots is on there. Yeah, dog. Yeah. Inoue's a monster, bro. Inoue taking heads. Inoue's taking scalps, bro. He's collecting scalps. Beterbiev, oh yeah, Beterbiev's up in there. Throw Beterbiev at the end of that. Absolutely. He's taking scalps, man. He's taking scalps. Ain't nobody making my list that ain't taking scalps. You ain't taking scalps, you ain't on my list. Sorry, you got to be putting hurt on cats, or you're not there. What about Cruz? Eastside Cruz? What Cruz? De La Cruz? Who Cruz? I'm just telling you right now, I ain't putting, man, Conor Benn's a rookie, man. Conor Benn's a rookie. You got to beat some, man, heck no. I ain't gonna, no, you got a monster? No. Nah. I don't believe him, dog. He's up there with Berlanga. I'd have Berlanga on there before I have him on there. That's me. No, he's not. He becomes undisputed. Dude, he ain't beating. Definitely not. I'm going to tell you, you want to know my honest opinion? I'm obviously giving you my honest opinion. Dude, if he beats George Kambosos, so what? Let me repeat this. He beats George Kambosos, so what? Nah, not Gary Russell Jr., nah. So what? He beat George Kambosos. I'm going to say that. So what? He beat George Kambosos. Same thing I see about Canelo Alvarez beating Caleb Plant. So what? Did you doubt for a minute he'd do it? No, that ain't no win. I'm not going to put him up there I'm not putting him up there like that. So it's a so what fight to me. You know, so what? He gets to be undisputed, but he's still not the best lightweight. Beat Loma and he's in there. Beat Lomachenko. If he beat Lomachenko, beat Lomachenko. Because I got at least 4 guys in that weight division beating George Kambosos. No joke. I got Michelle Rivera beating George Kambosos. Let me go through all the lightweights who will beat George Kambosos, in my humble opinion. Michelle Rivera will beat him. Shakur Stevens at 130. If he moves up, will beat him. Devin will beat him. Tank will beat him. Isaac Cruz will beat him. Ryan Garcia will beat him. Jorge Linares will beat him. I'll give him the nod over Yuriokis Gamboa. I'll give him the nod over Yuriokis Gamboa. I'm not impressed, man. So no, I can't. Not on the monster list because he ain't a monster. He's a boxer. He's a pure boxer. I don't put pure boxers on my list because they run into Gary Antoine Russell. Much love in that super chat, brother. That's at 140, brother. Much love, John Page. And Gary Antoine Russell's a monster. Yeah. Gary Antoine Russell's a monster. That's a monster. He out there cracking domes, man. He out there cracking domes, hurting fools. That's me, the monster. If you ain't got, Dave Morrell's a monster too. But I got to see more Morrell. Matias at 140 is a monster. Josh Taylor's a monster. Tyson Fury's a monster too. I ain't gonna lie. Tyson Fury, if I put heavyweights on there, Tyson Fury a monster, bro. Hey, Big C Senior said, why they keep dissing Spence and putting Inoue at 2 or 3 number 1 pound for pounds? Remind me how they used Ward was number 1 for the same reason they keep saying 250,000 pay-per-view buys. That's why. To diminish him. He ain't on ESPN. I'm telling you, if Bob Arum put on that pay-per-view did 600,000 pay-per-views. I'm telling you. If that pay-per-view was done by Oscar De La Hoya, sources say 600,000. Without a doubt, if that's Oscar De La Hoya. But they can't get no interview with Al Heyman. And here's another thing. Unless it's Al Heyman, unless you tell me it's Al Heyman that tells you those numbers, Dog, I'm gonna take all that. I'm gonna take all of that with a grain of salt, bro. All of it with a grain of salt, man. Nah, cool boy Steve is too small. At this point, I'm not gonna say that because he's down at 122. That's 135. That's a big gap. He's got cool boy Steph is a little small, but I'm gonna tell you for sure, I'll take Oscar Valdez. I'll take Oscar Valdez over George Kambosos. I don't believe him yet. Buzz seeing monsters under his bed. Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat. So for now, who you got? Gary Russell Jr. fought Shakur at 130. I don't know, man. I would probably take Shakur at this stage because of Gary's age and his hurt shoulder. I got to see him back after that hurt shoulder. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say I don't know, but he's not gonna fight him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Shakur. But Gary got a lot of respect for Shakur. So Shakur, he ain't playing with Shakur. He said he respects Shakur. So I'll be like, because he's like, yeah, that young man can fight, man. Dude, Shakur is the truth, bro. Shakur is the truth. He's the truth. Unless Oscar Valdez turns to Errol Spence, can he be? Yeah, sure he can be, man. I wish he had, again, more punching power. But he's a very, very good fighter, man. No doubt about it, man. Powerhouse Watson said, how did I predict that you'd say that? Because I've answered that question 30 times. There ain't no pattern if I answer the same question every time. I answer the same question the same way every time. That's why you can predict that. That ain't difficult at all. Oh, I'm going to ask you a question I know the answer to. But they wrong when they guess, man. I got 10K on Spence bodywork. Hey, man, y'all be putting that big money out there. But you don't support on BUSR, so we're not going to do BUSR anymore because y'all didn't bet on BUSR. Y'all signed up, but you didn't wager. So that was not a good fit, so we done with that. Our Era Production says, Shakur and Dev, my only two youngins that I say the others, I feel they're going to lose one day soon. Let me tell you something, man. Our Era Productions, I would be nervous about that. He should not lose to George Kambosos, bro. Like, come on, man. He should not lose to George Kambosos, man. He should not lose to George Kambosos. He should not lose to George Kambosos, man. He should not, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all. Hey, hold on 1 second, man. I'll be right. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. And again, thank you to everybody that supported in the Super Chat and the Cash App today. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. And I apologize for allowing Ramen to float that long in that chat, bro. Really apologize for that. Give me 1 second, man. All right, here I am. All righty. My bad. Our Era said he not, bro. When he don't, please wear a Devin Haney shirt online, big bro, because it is a plug for them bad boys. What's the deal? Is a plug for what? A plug for what? What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. You got to explain what you mean. Our person, he not, bro. When he doesn't, please wear a Devin Haney t-shirt online. Is that a deal? What are you talking about, R. I don't get that, man. What do you mean? You got to be a little more clear to me. I'm old and I'm not that Negro. That's it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little too suburban, man. I miss that, man. What about the Devin Haney t-shirts? I'm not wearing a Devin Haney t-shirt. Not a chance, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not wearing an Errol Spence Jr. t-shirt. I'm not wearing a Deontay t-shirt, man. I'm not buying them t-shirts, man. I did ask it, though. What are you talking about, though? But I understand, though. A plug for the t-shirt, like you can get a good deal on the Super Chat? Or you can get a good deal on the t-shirts? Like if he beats him or if he loses. I'm not sure what you mean. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to slide back and get that Super Chat, brother. Thank you so much for your support, bro. Phil Sloan said Bud is seeing monsters under his bed. Hey, man, I think he trying to switch it up, dude. You better not put too much weight on there, bro. You know what I mean? Nah, bro, I'm straight. I can get a Devin Haney. I'm straight, bro. A plug for Devin Haney t-shirts? He got a sponsorship? Oh, that's funny. He's selling Devin Haney t-shirts? That's wild, man. That's wild. I'm straight, homie. Oh, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight, dog. I'm straight. I ain't wearing that t-shirt, bro. Nah, man, I ain't wearing no t-shirts, man. Hey, that's all right. Nah, man. Hey, nah, that's all right. Hey, I'll bet you I'm not wearing no t-shirts, bro. He said, I like them shirts. He's not selling me. He has one. Oh, okay. All right. It's like, God, that's wild. Nah, dog, I'm not wearing the t-shirt. I'm not wearing those t-shirts, bro. I'm not wearing Money Team t-shirts. I'm not wearing their t-shirts, bro. I'm not, man. I got too bad. I gave up on their t-shirts as soon as I got a bad one from Terence Crawford. I did not appreciate that. Hey, says some say Haney shirts are soft as a pillow. Yeah, people sleeping on Kambosos. Now let me tell you something, man. I'm not sleeping on Kambosos, bro. I just don't believe him. I'm just telling you flat out, I don't believe him. No joke. I don't believe him. I do not believe him. I'm not sleeping on him. I just do not believe him. Until I see something better out of him, as soon as I see something serious out of George Kambosos, then I will believe it, man. You know what I mean? Then I will believe it. I don't believe him. And I'm just being very, very straight with you. I don't believe George Kambosos. I've watched him fight. I understand he's a good fighter, but I don't believe he's that level. I think Teofimo Lopez just blew it. Teofimo Lopez playing a bunch of games leading into that fight. I do believe that when he said that he was sick, I do believe that he was sick. And that guy had that dude's number, man. I just don't see how in a fair boxing match where Devin Haney should lose to George Kambosos, or Gervonta Davis losing to George Kambosos, or Lomachenko losing to George Kambosos. I just don't believe it. Kambosos is going to have to prove it to me. I just think he got a good win. I think he came in there and he performed. I'll tell you this, he's capable of performing at his best. I do believe that. He is capable of performing at his best. And he had a game plan for Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez was looking for the knockout. His father came in there talking about this isn't going to last 2 rounds and all of that. I just don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe George Kambosos until I see him do something else, you know? And that's all I said, you know? But I do believe that he was sick. I do believe that Teofimo Lopez was sick, but I also believe that the man's head wasn't there. And on top of it is, and I don't like that karma on him. And you guys can call me superstitious. Call me superstitious. Because I don't like that karma. You know what I'm saying, on Teofimo Lopez, man. I'm telling you, when you talk smack about people, you talk that much smack. I don't like it, man. You better be real. You better be really real with all of that talk. You know what I mean? For now, Sweet Pea Whitaker versus Errol or Terence Crawford. Who you got in that fantasy matchup, I got Sweet Pea over Terence, and I got Errol over Sweet Pea. How you like that? Now I'm going to make y'all all mad about that. My man, 455 bench pressure. I got Errol over Purnell because of that pressure. It's going to be hard on him now. But I like Purnell at lightweight, man. Honestly, I don't even like Purnell at that weight class. I like him at lightweight. You know what I mean? T.O. looked like a prickling press conference. Looked a prickling press conference against. I don't know what you mean, Thomas Wardle. I do believe. I do believe that you're from the UK, so you got to translate that for me, man. Our Errol production said Devin not mentally soft. That's why he is the best and will win. I don't know if he's mentally soft or not. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Everybody's tough when you can whoop everybody you fight and you can beat. I don't know if he's mentally tough or not. I haven't seen it. He's beating up cats in one-sided fights. I don't know. Tough fight. You don't see it until somebody's in there fighting with you on even money. He said, we not mad. You know you like Errol over everybody. I don't. You didn't ask me who can beat Errol. I'll tell you who. I'll tell you. Y'all don't ask the right questions, Anthony Britt. Ask me who I think will beat Errol, and I will tell you who I think will beat Errol. Mr. 76 said, in my humble opinion, the way Devin was ducked by Loma. You see this eye roll? T.O., see that eye roll? And the way Cambo tried to duck is for a reason. Yeah, they didn't want to fight him. Hey, not to mention the deal he took in order to be undisputed is savage in and of itself. Man, stop! Stop, please, stop. Stop giving this man credit for shit he don't deserve credit for. Man, come on, man. That's savage to take. Man, will y'all stop it, man? Much love in that super chat. Man, please. I respect your opinion. My man, Mr. 76, I respect your opinion. I am not going to go through this step by step because I appreciate your opinion. I do. I disagree with it very, very much because I am not going to gain. It's your humble opinion. I appreciate your opinion. Devin Haney took a deal that everybody else in the lightweight division would have taken. Everybody else would have taken that fight. Michelle Rivera would have taken that deal. Only person is not going to take that deal. The only one in that division that is not going to take that deal is Gervonta Tank Davis. Everybody else in that division would have accepted that deal from George Kambosos. You know why? Because Lomachenko did. He got the same deal that Vasily Lomachenko accepted. Is anybody saying Lomachenko was savage for accepting the deal? No. I have yet to hear anybody say, man, Lomachenko was a savage for having taken that deal. Why is that savage? He has all the belts. He has all the belts. Your network wasn't going to pay for it. DAZN did not offer more money for it. So the savage thing was going to fight for all of the belts or not fighting against who for more? To me, I think the man did what he's supposed to do. As far as Lomachenko ducking him, I ain't full on board with that. I'm not full on board with T.O. ducking him. I don't think they wanted to fight him. They clearly were not. He was clearly not their first choice to fight. But bro, Teofimo Lopez fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko fought Teofimo Lopez for a unification. For a unification. That is just as good a fight as Devin. That's just on paper. It's every bit as hard a fight for Devin. I mean, for Lomachenko, Devin and Teofimo at the time, and Teofimo was the IBF champion. At the time they agreed to that fight, Devin Haney was the interim champion at the WBC. At the time. But I just say, man, Terry Spoon, Devin must be acknowledged in the same light as Jack Johnson, Ali, Hagler, and others. It's the fanfare, man. I'm not with the fan. It's just, I think y'all overdoing it, bro. However, I can't wait for him to prove you all right. I can't wait. Because as soon as he proves you all right, as soon as he proves you all right, I'll be like, man, you guys were all right about that one. You were all right about that. No doubt about it. You are right. And I'll be the first one out here telling you you're right. I still ain't gonna pay no t-shirts now. Hey, for nine, you are address managers and promoters who count Haney's paydays like they get a cut. Look, I'm telling you, man, the dude is he's very fortunate boxer, bro. What up, Fanon? Keep up the good work. Hey, Geeks in the Universe, thank you, brother. I will try my best to keep up the good work, man. And I'm telling you, I appreciate you guys so much for your support in the channel. Thank you so much. If Haney wins, he will stay and defend his belt. He's gonna move up. If he stays, if he does, he's gonna move up. Easy. That's not even difficult. Hey, Mr. 76, I say I respectfully disagree, but it's all love. No worries, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man, because, yeah, you know, I understand, man. I understand. I understand, bro. For now, I think people are saying he's a savage because some people think Haney may be screwed in Australia. Hey, man, look, Devin Haney is a great fighter. A savage, he is not. Savage, he is not savage. I don't know what definition y'all have for the word savage. That is not savage. Okay. Who is not? I'll tell you some other cats that are not savage. Danny Garcia is not savage. Okay. Rigondeaux is not savage. Not savage. Not a savage fighter. He ain't going out there to hurt you. He's going out there to outbox you. Very anti-savage, in fact. Very anti-savage. He's not in the very, very, you know, the definition of savage. Let me use the word savage definition. The definition of savage is fierce, violent, uncontrolled, severe, brutal, vicious person. A brutal, vicious person. He's a savage, a brutal and vicious person. Will you please show me the Devin Haney brutal and vicious fight? I would love to know where he's been brutal and vicious. Can somebody and I need this from a Devin Haney fan. Please let me know when Devin Haney has been brutal and vicious. Hey, 5 broken faces beg to differ. I understand. Yeah. That's fair. But let me ask you, when has he been brutal and when has he been vicious? Let me know. Hey, what's going on, Dewad? Shout out to the Shy. I need a Devin Haney fan to tell me that. When has he been brutal? When has he been vicious? Let's start with vicious. When has Devin Haney been vicious in a boxing match? Cedar Jacobs said for 9, he never has. I've never seen it. I've never seen that man vicious in a boxing match. I've never seen him brutal. Spence is a savage. Terence Crawford has been savage, without a doubt. Keith Thurman is not savage. Sean Porter, at times, has been brutal. Absolutely. Very brutal. Dirty fighter. Dirty fight. Never. I like Haney, but never. Never seen it. When has he been brutal and vicious? And he has never had a knockout of the year. Eric Johnson, who had a knockout of the year? What year did Devin Haney get knockout of the year? Devin Haney has never had knockout of the year. Never. That's not true. He don't look regular to me. He does not look regular to me at all. He's not a regular fighter, bro. He's not. He don't look regular. All I'm saying is The word brutal, accurate, not our era definitions do. Brutal and accurate are not related. Okay? Precise and savage, then use the word precise. If you say he's precise, then yes, absolutely. Man, he's precise. Man, he is accurate. He is precise. That is not the same thing as saying he's savage. He's not savage, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't oversell him, bro. Don't oversell it, bro. Oh, was Mayweather brutal? In several fights, yes. In several fights, yes. Whoa, yes. Diego Corrales, brutal. Arturo Gatti, brutal. Absolutely. Gennaro Hernandez, brutal. Absolutely, man. Brutal. Very brutal. Very, absolutely. Money made. Pretty Boy Floyd has had very savage, brutal fights. He has put brutal beatings on people. Absolutely. No doubt about it, he has. Man, please don't confuse Devin Haney with Floyd Mayweather Jr., though. All right. You guys do a lot of that. That's not a fair comparison to Devin. You're not being fair to Devin by comparing Devin to Floyd Mayweather Jr. It's not fair to Devin. It's not fair. Really. Because you really should not compare any of these dudes. At any of these guys that are that stage of their career to Floyd. Because you got to see Floyd's entire career. You got to see his entire career. But no, he's not like Floyd, man. And I promise you, he's not as good as Floyd. He's not that level of fighter. All right? I'll tell you who else is not that level of fighter. Shakur is not that level of fighter. As much as I like Shakur Stevenson is not as high a level fighter as Floyd Mayweather Jr. From what I can see. Andre Ward is not as high a level fighter as Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the top of the top. It's the top of the top. Really. He's the top of the top. Savage is Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns is savage and brutal. And yeah, he got knocked out. Deontay Wilder's savage. Abs brutal. And he ain't a high volume puncher. But those terms do not necessarily fit. They don't really work well. Ward is okay. You don't know boxing, LF. If you think that man's okay. He's okay. If he's okay, then there is not a good fighter. There's not a good fighter in boxing today. If that man's okay. Nobody. No, I'll be interested, LF. Who, if Andre Ward is good, is okay, who's good? Who beats Errol? Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard will beat Errol. Of welterweights, Sugar Ray Leonard is who I will pick over Errol Spence. Sugar Ray Leonard. That's who I would pick. A welterweight that I would pick to beat him is Sugar Ray Leonard. Another welterweight that I would pick to beat Errol Spence Jr. is Sugar Ray Robinson. Those two, I would say, could beat Errol. That I am solidly confident would beat Errol Spence Jr. because of the style. Boots got to come up a little bit, but Boots has a shot, no doubt. Boots definitely has a shot. Definitely has a shot. I got to see more of him. After seeing Errol in that shape, Floyd, I'd give the advantage to Floyd. Nah, I think he'll knock out Tito. I think he'll knock up Tito. I think he'll knock out Tito. Pause on the knock up. I think he'll knock out Tito. I think Tito is too there for him. Way too there. And engages in that style of fight. I don't like that. I don't like that fight for Tito at all. Oscar De La Hoya has a good chance too. Oscar De La Hoya has a good chance against Errol Spence Jr. I'll pick Errol, but I know that Oscar De La Hoya at 147 has a good chance because he's got good wheels. But Errol walks that dude down, he's going to hurt him and stop him. You know, but Oscar De La Hoya, I think Oscar De La Hoya also gives him a good fight. Hagler at 160. Yeah, that's at 160. I haven't seen Errol at 160. So I can't say. Errol's at 147. I don't know what he'd do at 160 with Hagler. Tommy Hearns, I think Tommy Hearns would be tough on him too. But I think he may be able to get Tommy Hearns. He better not get hit by Tommy Hearns though. You know what I'm saying? He better not land. You know what I'm saying? Like Tommy better not land. But Tommy can fight from the outside, and he's very long, he's very rangy. Very long, very rangy. And see, but at the same time, dude, I'll tell you those same guys I'd pick over Terence Crawford. I'll take Tommy Hearns over Terence Crawford. I'll take Sugar Ray Leonard over Terence Crawford. I would take Floyd Mayweather over Terence Crawford. I think because Terence, everybody to me like talks about his skills. I'm telling you, I see him get hit. Like I just don't. I'm not. Maybe just he bombs people out, and the thing is, the cats that rely on bombing people out, and I don't ever see him outboxing cats. Well, he does. He will outbox you. It's just tough, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, Hearns with that 6 feet and 6 feet in that jab. Yeah, it's like I don't know how he's gonna have a hard time getting in on Tommy Hearns, and Tommy Hearns drops some bombs, man. Those dudes are top notch. Those some top notch welterweights right there, man. And they're big welterweights. Guys that started off at welterweight. The Terence Crawford started off at lightweight and weightlifted himself into welterweight. Weight lifted his way into it. I'm not all the way big on that weightlifting your way into the weight class when you got guys that are naturally that big, just big dudes, you know. James Bryant, super. Hey, much love in that super chat, brother. I appreciate you so much for your support. Thank you, man. R said, no one cares about comparisons of old champions. Let's talk reality now. I've been talking about reality for a long time, brother. I don't know what you mean. And a lot of people care about that, man. A lot of people care about old fights. It's one of the best things to talk about boxing because you get to know, that's how you know who fighters are. And fighters are good fighters, bro. TJ, belts aside, do you think Spence has to beat Boots to solidify his dominance of the welter? No, absolutely. He's done enough. He beats Terence Crawford. He's dominated the weight class. Once you dominate a weight class, you still got to fight contenders if you're going to stay there. You know, if you're going to stay there, if he stays there, he's going to have to fight Boots. But no, he's dominated the weight class, man. He says 76 missed my super class. I said Devin's knockout of Antonio Moran is brutal, but yeah, that ain't nobody's. Hold on, man. Let me get. I'm sorry, brother. Did I miss your super chat? Let me slide back up, man. That's my bad, Mr. 76. Mark, he said, who beats Errol? I told you, those are the people that I would think could beat him. Mr. 76, his knockout of Antonio Moran was brutal. Yeah, it was, man. It was. But that's Antonio Moran, man. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's Antonio Moran, bro. Yeah, it was a nice knockout on Antonio Moran, no doubt about it. But that wasn't knockout. But that was definitely not knockout of the year. Just to let you know, that was not a knockout. That was not knockout of the year. He did catch him flush. He was nice, caught him wide open. But knockout of the year, bro, I think that's a little bit much. My man Greg Hogan said Aaron Pryor versus Spence. Give me Spence over Aaron Pryor. Too small, and fits right into Errol Spence Jr.'s game. They both go ham. They both go bananas. And yeah, Roy was never at 147. It's too big. You're boxing. You're right. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Andre Ward, Deontay Wilder, top of the food chain when it comes to boxing. Can't compare today's fighters. Salute for nine. Absolutely, Deborah. Much love in that super chat. Thank you so much for that support. It's just not fair to compare to Devin to him, man. Antonio, he wasn't a tomato can, man. I wouldn't say he wasn't a tomato can. He's a good fighter. Devin beat good fighters now. Don't get me wrong, bro. Devin is a top fighter, man. He's an excellent fighter. He's a top fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? Powerhouse Watson say you must. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Powerhouse Watson. Mr. Powerhouse Watson. I'm going to slide. Powerhouse Watson. I'm sorry. It's right there. Jeez. He said, oh, my bad. Yeah, it is. So watch Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Jesus Chavez if you can. I think I've seen that. But I'll go back and look at it again, Powerhouse Watson. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. I got you that time, man. Hey, Ron Miller said, hey, Martin, can we devote a little time to discussing Fury White? No one is talking about it. I'm not a charity organization, brother. Like I said, it's a publicly funded institution. We are not a charity, man. We are not a charity, man. I mean, my job is not to sell a fight that nobody care about, bro. Honestly, man, the only thing I would say about this is that it made me a little bit less like irritated towards Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thanks, bro. It's always, hey, thank you, Powers Watson, man. I'm not bad. Look, this is what I'll say about Dillian White, man. He got screwed in this fight, and I respect his game. I have gotten an increased respect for Dillian White. No joke. I have. Because Tyson Fury taking all that money, Tyson, I don't know how did he break his contract. I don't know if he broke his contract. He breached his contract. I don't know how did he breach his contract? I don't know that he breached his contract. I will tell you this though, that Tyson Fury took all that money and that WBC screwed that dude, man, out that money, man. So people can say what they want. I personally am supporting Dillian White's decision not to promote that fight. I support his decision not to promote that fight. And I support that 100 miles an hour, man, because you should have gave that dude fair money, dog. Less than 80-20 is ridiculous. Less than 80-20 is you just being a jerk, man. And you just being a jerk. You could have gave that man 70-30. Come on, man. It's two people got to fight, man. One is in his last day. I don't care what his last payday being, $500K or what. I could care less. The amount of people coming to see this fight are coming to see Dillian White and coming to see Tyson Fury. I could care less for you giving that man less than 80-20 for a championship fight. I think that's crap. I think you could treat that man fairly. I don't think that you could do that, because guess what? I doubt very much that Errol Spence Jr. took 85-15 from your Danny's Ugas. It's two people making a fight. George Hogan said Julian Hawk Jackson versus Spence. Man, that's a different weight class, Greg Hogan. Much love in that super chat. That's a different weight class. But if they're the same size, I'll take Errol Spence. I'll take Errol Spence. I think he's a better boxer. But that's a different weight class. Isn't Julian Jackson 154 and 160? Pretty sure Julian Jackson's like 154 and 160. He's not 147. So, I mean, my mind tells me Errol, because I think he's a better fighter from what I've seen of Julian Jackson. You know? Okay, Floyd Mayweather used to do 80-20 all the time. Against who? And how much money was that? And Tyson Fury is not Floyd Mayweather Jr. He ain't Floyd Mayweather Jr. So let's get that there. If you're talking about if he did a $100 million fight and he gave somebody 20% of a $100 million fight, that's $20 million. Come on, man. And if Floyd ripped him off, it's not cool for Floyd to rip him off either. Just because Floyd did it. And if Floyd did rip somebody off, which I've never heard, the regular mandatory total was that. I never heard of him fighting a man. First, I don't know how many mandatories he even fought. Kendall Christie, ain't much love in that super chat, bro. Nah, man, he screwed that man over out that money. Dillian White Dillian White is the number two, the number 3 heavyweight in the UK. Dillian White is a known commodity. If it was not fighting Dillian White, he would not be fighting at Wembley Stadium. If he was not fighting Dillian White. I don't believe it. That they were going, and that's why if he gets past Dillian White, let's see who else is going to have him in Wembley Stadium. Dillian White, like him or not like him, Dillian White is a very well-known fighter. He is an established welterweight. White is not a boxing draw. Come on, man. The man's been on pay-per-view multiple times. Why do they keep throwing him on there? He's not a draw. Man, he's drawing for this fight. Drawing for this fight. But hold on, let me see something. Oh, he wrenched Virgil Ortiz though. He ain't lying. He wrenched. He got a 90-10. He got more. He got worse than that 90-10 with Victor Ortiz. That's Victor Ortiz though. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Tyson Fury ain't never sold no numbers outside of Deontay Wilder, so I don't think it's fair. I think Tyson Fury should have gave him the same deal that Deontay Wilder gave him. You know. But anyway, that's what you think. But if he ain't happy with his money, he ain't got to promote it. If they didn't give him an upside, on the pay-per-views or get that man an incentive to promote that fight, and he decided not to promote it because he doesn't have an incentive, then that's on Tyson Fury. That's why I say I respect the game. And let me be real clear. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. did not give Victor Ortiz any incentive to promote the fight, and he decided he's not going to promote the fight, then that's on him. You got to incentivize the guy to do extra. Why would he go out of his way to promote the fight if he's not going to get any extra money, no matter how well the fight does? He said, just don't agree to do it and then refuse. I don't know if he refused to do it either way. He didn't say, he said, I didn't know if he ever said he was going to promote it. I didn't know if he did. Anyway, I respect the game, bro. You should prevent him from being disgruntled. Should have prevented him from being disgruntled. I'm with him on that. But look, man, much love. Hey, look, man, I don't know if you sign the contract saying you will and you don't, that's stupid. Did he? I didn't see his contract, just a fan. Did he? Did he say what he was going to do? Did he say that is it in his contract? If it's in his contract, then he needs to fulfill his contract. If it's not in his contract, then he doesn't need to do it. Period. If it ain't in his contract and he doesn't have to do it. According to Frank, it did. Hey, according to Frank. Anyway, I respect his game, bro. I thought he got underpaid. We can disagree with it. I appreciated his game on that one. If he feels like he's mistreated, and those guys, when you make somebody feel that they're underpaid for whatever reason, if you make people feel that they're underpaid and then they act out, dog, that's on you. That's on you. I've been in negotiations with people before. I've dealt with issues like that. When you deal with somebody and an employee feels like they're underpaid or underappreciated, dude, he's gonna fight. He's gonna collect his mandatory money. He's gonna get his $8 million and walk out. He's doing his job. He's fighting. He ain't gonna get his money if he don't fight. That's what the contract says for sure. But anyway, it is what it is. I got to get out of here. Much love in that chat. Much love in that super chat. Appreciate y'all. Best channel ever, my brother. Thank you, brother. And with that, I'm out. Actually, let me check one thing first because sometimes I miss, but I didn't miss today. Much love to everybody in that chat, everybody in the super chat. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.